this is Air Tiki 921 crew member. As this is a shoeless flight to a barefoot destination, the crew will move through the aisles to collect all remaining footwear for immediate and permanent disposal. Thank you for your cooperation and for listening.
Okay, back to the music now. Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. We're back on Eastern Island time right here at Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com. Your happy place, everybody. Rise and shine. Another beautiful day is here. Let's get this day started off right, shall we? Here we go.
Now, friends, let me tell you about this cat that I once met. Smooth talker with an export cigarette. I don't believe I ever saw him without a cocktail in his hand. No one swings his on to the big band voodoo band. Yeah! Now he strolls through the city like a big old alley cat, with his pinstripe suit and a big bad voodoo hat. I don't believe I ever saw him without a kitten on his hand. And no one swings his on to the big band voodoo band. Hey, Mr. Pinstripe Suit. Hey, Mr. Heidi, Heidi Ho. Well, I know you got the answers. We all wanna know. Mr. Wingtip Shoes. Hey, Mr. Always on the go. Well, I know you got the answers. We all wanna know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rise and shine, everybody. Another gorgeous, beautiful day is here. Let's get this day started off right, shall we? The chocolate bar is open for business. I got the beautiful hippie chick right by my side.
Good morning, everybody.
What are you doing over there? B-Dog?
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
I'm still wondering what this guy to my right's doing.
Yeah, I know. Class Noogie's in the house.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Stinking matches.
Okay, anyway. All right. So, we got a big show for you. Chris Bellamy's going to be joining us.
Nice.
Talk about his website. We've got Bill Hurley, our new Tiki Head DJ, for an hour. And we're going to introduce you to Tiki Jane, who's going to be doing the Almanac this morning. All right, you ready to rock and roll? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Mr. Pinstripe Suit. Hey, Mr. Heidi, Heidi Ho. Well, I know you got the answers. We all wanna know. Mr. Wingtip Shoes. Hey, Mr. Always on the go. Well, I know you got all wanna know.
Woo-wee. Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. We're back on Eastern Island time right here at Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, your coastal Americana radio station. Coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios in beautiful Harrison Bay to the backyard in Valley Center, Kansas. And to all of our friends up in Canada, Verona Corona at the Rockin' Woods Tiki Bar, our producer Monica, who is always listening. And of course, vacuum cleaner Tom, who is always working. That's right. Good morning to everybody up there. And, of course, Tinkerbell and everybody. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you're doing fabulous. The BAR in Memphis, Tennessee, home of the Bodyguard and Ambassador Retreat. Good morning to you guys. Happy Sunday to you. I'm assuming they're both there.
The ambassador is out on the trail putting in some miles this morning. She is in training.
Let's see if we can't fix your...
Yeah, my mic is off. What the heck's up with that?
Let's see. Say something now.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me now?
That sounds a little better, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me do. Try it now.
Hello, hello,
That's
hello.
better.
That's much better.
So the ambassador, she is out putting in some miles because we have the 10K coming up in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you and your damn running and shit. Let's see here. All right, go ahead and say something.
Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got a little echo or something going on. Let's see here. Try it again.
Hello, hello.
How about now?
Can you hear me now? I feel like I'm on an AT&T commercial.
Yeah, let me move this down.
Verizon, that was it, Verizon. Hello, hello, hello.
That sounds a little better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Messing with it.
Yeah. You can say something now.
I can?
I'm over here. So here's the backstory, right? You know, we were doing the morning video, and it froze up on us, right? So I had to restart the computer. Now, when you restart the computer and you only have like 10 or 15 minutes before the show starts, it starts up really slowly. And then this comes on and that comes. So literally 5 minutes before the show, I got everything working. So I'm kind of watching meters and making sure. And I look at, and he's over there going, and I'm like, oh, no, it's like, what are you doing, man? Because I'm looking at all this stuff. But anyway,
I didn't know the backstory.
It just warms my heart whenever I see you have technical difficulties because I know I'm not the only one.
well, I promise you, it won't be the last time you have difficulties, or me as well.
No,
you know,
no.
As long as we're dealing with this many chords, something's bound to go wrong eventually. So
Exactly.
It's not how it goes wrong; it's how it's when and how you fix it. What?
That's right.
What?
You just stared at me like, you know.
So where is
I'm
Rick the
listening
Stick
to you.
this morning?
What?
Where is Rick the Stick this morning?
I don't know.
No.
I didn't recall that we brought him
because
up.
he's had some issues that you have had to solve.
Oh, yes, yeah. Well, no, he's been doing pretty good.
Yeah, I think good.
Let's see here. The Beers and Bones patio here in Harrison Bay, Tennessee, home of our good friends, the Goldens. Good morning to you guys. Happy Sunday to you. The cabin up north, the Brab Shack and Deer Lodge in Old Forge, New York, home away from home for Donna and Bob Cummings. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And I believe they're in the Coyote Woods this morning, right?
The what woods?
Are you with me today?
I'm with you. I was going to say, yes, they're in the Coyote Woods, and the Goldens are actually at Fall Creek Falls.
Okay. Well, all right. I appreciate that input. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll come to you later in the show. You can say something else. Let's see here. The Amateur Adventures Club, home for Bill and Ann Abbott. Good morning to you guys. I hadn't heard from them in a while, though. They usually pop up on Coastal Confessions on Friday, but I haven't seen them in a while. So if you're out there, let us know you are. The Treetop Flowers Patio and Tiki Bar, located over in Queen City, North Carolina, home of Marty and Angela Gentry. Good morning to you guys. Hope you're doing wonderful. Rick and Pat's Backyard Oasis in Williamsport, Maryland. That is Rick the Stick. Now we can talk about Rick the Stick.
Yeah.
He's out there.
Is he?
He's got his show that comes up this afternoon on the road somewhere. 5 o'clock somewhere on the road with Rick the Stick. It's like, like if you do a banner form or whatever, it's like you put all those words in there and it goes, and you have to move it in there.
Yeah.
What?
What are you doing?
I'm looking in your direction, but I'm not even thinking about you. I'm thinking about something else.
Let's see if we can't fix your microphone.
She's got stuff on her mind.
That's right.
I know.
Yeah.
How about now?
My microphone is crazy too.
Yeah. What is up
How
with
about
that?
say something?
Hello, hello, hello.
I know it's hard for you to say anything this morning for some reason, but go ahead and give me a shot at it. Say it again.
Say it again. Say something.
All right. B-Dog, let's try yours again.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Hello. How about now?
Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah, how about now?
Hello. Hello.
That's better.
Hi.
That's much better. Let me take that off of there. How about
Yes.
now? Yippee chick.
Hello.
That's much better.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
something
think so.
going on because they're Wednesday night. I had to all of a sudden, 10 minutes before the show,
No.
I was doing corrections on the mic because it just wasn't coming across and sounding right. I don't know.
Well, it could have been one of the updates. I mean, we
It
have to
could
do
be.
5,000 updates a week, but I did get in here and mess around because we were having issues with the background noise and all that stuff, and I fixed all that. Flash, would you say something now? Okay, never mind. We're not going to worry
It's
about
working
Flash.
just
I was going to say, our producer says
Yeah.
that sounds like we have a hot mic.
Really?
That's what it says.
Maybe it's ringing a little bit, little feedback.
Let me know.
Yeah. I sent her a message and said, hey, let me know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I can't get everybody to speak when I need them to, so I can't really tell which microphone is messed up. So
You think?
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing? Hello.
What's going
hello,
on?
Hello. Should we
Groovy today.
should we sing a 3-part harmony so he can hear us all on the microphone?
Those are not on. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. Let's see here. Let's try this again. The
Patty
Northern-
Nice says, sounds great to me.
All right, great.
All right.
Thank you. The northern headquarters of Tiki Man Radio, that is the Paradise Way Tiki Bar up in Indiana, home of Ed the Train Man, his beautiful wife, Pat. And hope you guys are doing fabulous, getting ready. Probably, I don't know, man. How many turkeys you got to cook with all them grandkids?
Man, you gotta cook a lot of
I don't
turkeys.
know.
That's a lot of turkeys, isn't it?
I know how big of a turkey Laura Lou's cooking for 6 people.
I mean, how big is that?
Well, it's tradition. She has to get the biggest turkey she can possibly find.
Oh, yeah.
So we got one that's just under 24 pounds for 6 people.
Damn.
A lot of
So,
leftovers there.
We have leftovers. We send it home with the kids. Yeah.
Yeah, they come in, I'll get a plate, and they're gone by 10 o'clock. So
They are.
Yeah.
Christmas is over for us normally by 10 a.m.
that's great. That's wonderful.
Are you deep frying yours?
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about that. Let's continue on here. Let's see here. The pond front patio in Ottawa, home for B-Dog and Lou and the Legends Studio. Good morning to you guys. And Lake Music here in Harrison Bay. It's nice to have little Reese back in the chocolate bar.
There she is.
She's been on tour for about 3 weeks.
Been on a whirlwind tour.
I don't think we've seen her in a month, have we? I don't know.
No?
Yeah, I don't think so.
She's a world traveler.
Yeah, the Southwest Florida Daddy-O Patio of the Seaside She Shed. That is Dave Sons and Beth Travers. That's usually where you say, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you watching TikTok over
Well,
there?
no, I'm
What the
not
hell's going on
watching.
with you?
It's Edward is chiming in saying, we lost you for a minute. Okay, you're back. Okay, now it sounds better. You can always call technical support at Paradise
Tell
Way.
him to shut the hell up and, tell him to shut the hell up and focus on the train. All right?
All right.
Paradise Way technical
Technical
support.
support.
You know the technical support I've always gotten from him? That's why I don't do video.
That's why I don't do video.
That's what I usually get.
If there's an update on Radio Boss, he's like, I ain't doing it for Monday. I'm like, come on, man. Just go ahead and get it out of the way. Oh, man. Let's see here. The Comeback Tiki Hut up in Minnesota, where you'll find my best mimosas on Sunday morning.
You betcha.
Shelley Forsythe
Oh.
and the crew.
Sorry, Charlie
gonna
said.
speak.
Yes, James, he broke some ribs.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's nice input. Thank you. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Shelley
James.
Forsythe
I'm sure you're
and
hurting.
James has broke 4 more ribs, which
Apparently, he broke some back in August, and
Right.
now he's broke.
I'm like, what is he
different
doing?
ones.
Bull riding? What the hell is he doing?
He's
Wow.
bull riding.
I didn't know he was in the rodeo. The Z&G Patio in Memphis, Tennessee, home of our good friends David and Gina. Good morning
guys.
to you
Good
guys.
morning.
The Tiki Balcony over in Sweden, home of the Swedes. Good afternoon. And JoJo's Northeast Sea Shack in Medford, Massachusetts, just outside of Boston.
JoJo's.
Welcome to the train wreck this morning. Happy Sunday to you. You're doing fabulous.
no
We're
train
going to try to
wreck.
keep the train on the track. Let's take care of our 10 o'clock sponsors. Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man is streaming live on the Camys Grammy Live Cam. Camys Grammy is the official sign company of Tiki Man Radio. If you're looking for a special sign for your event, your tiki bar, or just your backyard, or maybe you just want a flamingo in your backyard, reach out to Camys Grammy. Go over to TikiManRadio.com and click on the banner for Camys Grammy. Camys Grammy Live Cam, the official live cam of Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man.
Reef rum is for the nonconformists, but moderates will appreciate it likewise. It's for the forever young spirits. For people who don't care about roles and labels. For those who just want to have a good time, on any occasion, by themselves, or with fellow adventurers. Its eccentric blend with sweet and smoky flavors is an invitation. Get out of your comfort zone, unapologetically enjoy yourself, and keep making new memories. Cheers. Reef rum, sweet and smoky for the wise and the rebel.
Reef Rum, the official rum of Tiki Man Radio. Step out of your comfort zone and order yours today.
The world I want to live in is full of people who choose peace because they can choose it.
Feel dangerously good with Danger Coffee. Go to dangercoffee.com and use the code word Tiki Man, all one word, and get 15% off. Free shipping in the continental United States with orders up to $65. Danger Coffee. Feel dangerously good. Tiki Man Radio is gearing up for the Panama City Perry Head Rendezvous, April 24th through the 26th, 2025. Man, I can't believe it's been 10 years. We've had a lot of fun and had a lot of memories over the years. Make your plans. Come over and have some fun with us. That's the Panama City Perry Head Rendezvous 2025, April 24th through the 26th in beautiful Panama City Beach. Make sure you register, sign up, and stop by the big Tiki Man Radio tent right next to the stage and say hi to us. Tiki Man Radio, 10th anniversary of the Panama City Perry Head Rendezvous. Come on out and have some fun with us. You know, the biggest party of the year is the Tiki Bar Summer Party. And this year it's going to be on July the 12th, 2025. The 18th annual Tiki Bar Summer Party with special musical guest Marty Nickel and others to be determined. Bring your swimming trunks, bring your flip-flops, bring your beer, and come on out and have a party with me, Tiki Man style. That's the 18th annual Tiki Bar Summer Party, July the 12th, 2025, right here in Harrison Bay at the old Tiki Bar. Come on out and have some fun. I'm not going to live forever, you know. Oh, and don't forget to bring the Reef Rum. That's right. Don't forget to bring the Reef Rum, and I'm not going to live forever. Had to slide that in at the back there, you know. But
Of course you did.
So Dan Ware sends me a message this week and says, "When's the summer party?" So I sent him a summer party. What's the dates on Key West? And I sent him that, and then he asked me another question. So I just started sending him all the dates for 2025.
Well,
I mean, we bring it
that's
up.
because he has to
Well, he has
put
to-
it all in at once
He
for
does.
the year.
He does. He was putting in all of his vacation time, which is fantastic. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that.
The official
But,
Tiki Man Radio's calendar.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Put one out and it has all the important dates on
Just
it.
so y'all know, I have that. You can go to TikiManRadio.com and click on the schedule, and all of our dates are there.
Isn't that awesome?
I mean, it's real simple. You just pull it up on your phone, and you go to schedule, and it'll have all of our dates on there, all the pretty flyers and stuff that I've spent time creating and all that stuff is there. So that's a good way to kind of point everybody in the right direction, right?
Nice.
All right, so let's see here. Who we got out there today, Hippie Chick?
All right. Well, we got Dan Ware.
Yeah, Dan Ware's out there. Good morning to
Good
you.
morning, Dan. Good morning, Rachel. This ain't working too well. Hello. Hey, everybody, see my awesome ancient alien shirt compliments of Graham Andrews and Nicole.
That's why we're having all the technical stuff. She's got Ancient Aliens on.
That's right. That's right.
How about now?
How about now? Hey, that's a lot better. That's a lot
There
better.
you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we got Moa's out there. She said her internet's goofy. I don't know where she's at today, but that's okay. Good morning, Mo.
That's okay, yeah. Just turn the antenna. It'll be all right. It's just
Yeah.
a wind.
It's just the wind, yeah. Hey, did you used to have to go turn the antenna
Oh,
on
yeah.
your Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Only in rainstorms when it was lightning
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, we had to do that all the time. Good morning to Michelle Myers and Tim Myers. They're out there.
Tim's out hunting, she said.
Okay. I was thinking that this was the week because he always goes hunting around Thanksgiving.
Aha.
Yeah.
And let's see who else we got. Wait a minute. I'm scrolling.
I'm scrolling.
I'm scrolling. Hey, there's Joe Leo. Good morning to you and
Hey, Joe.
Sue.
They are decorating, or not decorating, they are sprucing up the office there.
They are sprucing up the office.
Yeah.
Good morning,
so good morning to you, Sue and Joe.
Good morning to Graham Andrews and Nicole. Thank you
guys.
for my T-shirt. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. And let's see.
Good morning to guys.
Good morning to Donna and Bob Cummings, who are at the Brat Shack.
Yeah.
No, they're at the Brat. They were at the Brat Shack yesterday. Came up here for a potluck. So they're in Coyote Woods.
That's what I was thinking.
Aha! So they tricked me, or my eyes tricked me.
Well,
reading.
I mentioned it earlier, but you were riding in the back seat watching TikTok.
I was. I'm so addicted to it.
I know it's
How,
getting to be
how
a problem.
easy it happens, too.
It's getting
Oh
to be
my
a problem.
God!
So's Louise.
I come up
I'm
last
so
night.
addicted to
I
it.
come up last night, and she's just like an hour earlier, right? She,
An hour earlier, I went
says,
to bed.
I'm taking my gummy. I'm fading fast. I'm going to bed, which is great because then I can finish up whatever I got to do. Right?
Right.
I can get that done. Then I can go to bed. Well, I come in there and she's on TikTok. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I thought she was going to bed.
I'm like,
your
well,
gummy's going to wear off. You're going to have to take another one.
It's true. This is true. That has
Yeah.
happened.
Lou does the same thing. She's like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, all right. And I may sit and watch TV for an hour.
Yeah.
I'll go in, and she's laying there playing bingo on her phone.
Bingo.
Yeah.
And she's like, it helps me relax before I go to sleep. And I'm like, man, my mind would just be racing. I'm trying to
She's
play
like,
that.
I got a notification and I went to check it and I got distracted. And I'm like, yeah, that's the people in China. She not being on her phone for 5 minutes. You send her message.
Something's wrong.
Oh my God. Yes. I am a TikTok junkie these
Lord.
days.
You and Dan Ware. I mean, Dan
I'm
Ware.
a TikTok
I'm
junkie.
worried about the trains running off track. I gotta be honest.
I am a TikTok junkie, too. I'm not going to lie.
And there's this one person who's got this farm with his donkey.
Okay, listen. This
And
is
they
not
come
the
running
TikTok
down the
hour.
hill. And it's hilarious.
I can't tell you what a busy show we have today, so
Okay.
let's move on.
All right, moving on.
Hey, you can come over to our show on Wednesday. We'll talk all about
We'll
it.
talk all about it. Yeah. All right, and so we got Z and G are out there. Good morning,
Hey, guys.
to you
Good
guys.
morning. Happy Sunday to you.
And let's see, we got Axie Lynn says, Ellie says, Pawpaw Noni, look at my Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. Yeah.
Christmas tree.
She's starting to get to that age where she can really enjoy Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
This is so sweet, so sweet. So are the other babies. We've got lots of babies in the same age. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got, and then Mo said Rutro. That was when we probably died out.
Yeah, that was the video.
Yeah, that was the video we died out there. And let's see, who else is... Beth Hyatt's out there. Good morning, sweetheart.
Fins up, sweetheart.
And we got Carla Hanson Hartwood. I saw her a couple of weeks ago. You just saw them, her and Mike.
Her and Mike, they delivered
This
the
week.
bread
Yeah.
to Food City. You
saw them this week.
All over Chattanooga. They're the bread people.
Good
And,
morning, you guys.
They're pretty excited about their new bread aisle over in Food City when they remodeled the store. So,
Yeah, well, good morning to you guys.
in their world, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. And then let's go over here to this next one. Who else is out there? We've got Chip Bell. Good morning, Chip
Good
Bell.
morning to you, sir. Happy Sunday to you.
Good morning to Marty and Angela Gentry.
Good morning.
Morning, you guys. Shy Patty's out there. Good morning.
Happy Sunday to you.
Kevin Phelps is out there. Good morning to you and
Good
Angel.
morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
So we got Patty Campbell and Tim Campbell. Good morning, you guys.
You know, it's about time for Tim's turkey.
I'm just like,
I know. I'm
haven't
waiting.
seen the turkey dance
I've been
yet.
waiting.
Well, he usually does it the day before or the
I've
day
been
of.
waiting.
Yeah.
it's time for the turkey dance.
It's time for
I
the-
saw him post about it the other day, and he was questioning when he should put on the turkey soup.
Yeah.
It's
I've been
an
waiting.
annual tradition.
It is. I've been waiting.
Speaking of traditions and turkeys, I saw the perfect T-shirt for you, and it's the somebody is actually selling WKRP turkey drop T-shirts.
Yeah,
No. Oh my gosh, that's the best.
I've seen those.
You got to play that today.
No, we can't. Well, I don't know. I probably got them in
We
here.
might have some time later on.
I probably got them in here.
Yeah. Okay, and so then we got Bahama Brad is out
Brad.
there. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we got Mark Mulch is out there
Hey, Mark.
saying hi.
Yeah, good morning to you, man. Happy Sunday to you.
Rick Martinez, your brother from another mother.
That's right. And Reef Rum, promoter, doing a fantastic job. I got this text last night from Chelsea Clark.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, man, it's 10, 11 o'clock, something like that. She's like, hey. And this is the way me and Chelsea talk to each other, right? She just, out of the blue, she doesn't say, how the hell are you? What's it going? I hope you guys are doing well. She just goes right immediately to the question,
Gets
right?
to the point.
Gets to the point. Hey, you got any Reef Rum? I've been manager around here a long time, and I'm thinking, I got a little, but we're closed. She says, no, I want to buy some. I'm like, well, okay, great. We have this secret thing that we can have it shipped into Kevin Phelps's mama's house right across the line. But I guess Josh, they want to get it for a friend, and then Josh is going to
Yeah.
go to Georgia and get it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you ever feel? I wonder, does Kevin ever feel like Smokey and the Bandit, trying to get across the state line with
Yeah.
With all that Coors.
yeah.
Oh, man. That is too funny. Let's see here. We've got Manny Rico.
Manny Rico.
Rico.
And speaking of Manny Rico, he was very good friends with Mary Ellen.
Yes.
And, I made a post yesterday that Mary Ellen had passed away. And there's a picture of all of us here in the studio when we had her in promoting her book. And she was just for those of you that got to know her through Tiki Man Radio, bought her books, read her books, then you know what a special person she is. So the world is a little more emptier without her in it, and our thoughts go out to Pete.
Her husband, Pete.
There he is.
Siganovich.
He's the big tall guy in the picture there. And that was, Mary Ellen had struggled with MS for many years, and but she wore it well, and you turned it into a lot of positivity. So the world is a little more emptier without her in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Every once in a while, she'd respond to one of my posts with a very encouraging thought, and
Sure.
she was just really, really good person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And then let's see. We got Barry D is out there.
Hey, Barry.
Morning.
Jason Whitler's out there.
Happy Sunday
morning.
to you.
Frank Goddard.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
And Suzanne Govan is out there.
Well, good morning
to everybody.
Yeah. Hey, if you're just joining us out there, please hit the like button. That helps us out tremendously. And we had 100% of likes last week.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah. So thank you. And whoever it was in Ottawa, thank you for coming over to the good side. I appreciate that.
For what it was worth, Laura Lou was out of bed when I left last week.
Yeah, I think it's Laura Lou.
She was up moving around.
I think she's half asleep and she's just hitting buttons and she doesn't know what she's doing. So
That's funny.
at least she's making an effort.
She's not going to live that one down.
But we need her to just not look at her phone.
Well, for what it was worth, she was up this morning, moving around again. So
Look, it's going to be a great day then. Who we got out on YouTube?
we have, of course, course, your daughter Julie's out there saying good morning, and she was saying happy Thanksgiving break, and I'm like, I don't get a break till Wednesday.
Yeah, she's out on break, and I saw my granddaughter in the airport with her two sisters. She must be going to see her dad for the holidays.
Yes, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, like I said, the ambassador's out there walking, putting in her miles. She's in training, so good morning to her.
Well, there you go.
Tinkerbell. Good morning, Tink.
Well, good morning, Tinkerbell.
Good morning.
Camys Grammys. Jody's out there saying good morning, everyone.
She sent me a message just a little bit ago. I was in the middle of trying to figure out if there was something wrong with Flaz's microphone or if it was just Flaz. But
it's just Flaz.
Let's see here. I meant to send you this yesterday. I have 25 orders since the Songwriter Showcase.
Nice.
Wow. That is awesome.
Well, that's what she says. She says, I'm not going to be in the chat much. I'm painting.
Yeah, she's working.
That's right.
Which was the ultimate go. That is very cool.
All right. So, update here on your granddaughter. Julie said they got back from the Thespian Festival last night. Jeremiah flew to her dad's in Clarksville, and she walked away with an advancement to nationals for her solo performance and second place for Best Actress.
Oh, well, there you go.
Wow.
Yay.
That is awesome.
I got to tell you,
watch out, Hollywood.
I was going to tell you, the world needs to look out, because my granddaughter graduates next year.
That's right.
Which means I will be going to Texas because, my granddaughter's
That
graduating.
just doesn't seem possible because it just seems like it was yesterday when she was here and she was like 13,
Yeah, talking on the radio like she's been doing radio her whole life.
Yeah, wow. How time flies.
That's just how she rolls.
Yeah. Good morning to the Golden Girl.
Good morning.
Good morning.
She said it's cold weather camping.
I tell you what, the day after Thanksgiving is going to be really cold. It's going to be in the 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was in the 20s the other day. Let me tell you what. It was so cold, I only walked 2 miles. I'm like, yep, I'm done.
Well,
okay, we got, of course, Mo is out there working. Verona Corona, of course. Can't forget about Verona.
good morning, Verona Corona and Mo.
Rick the Stick and Patty with the Thin Eyes out there.
Yeah, I saw Rick's comment. That's what I said, too. He was talking about, I'm not doing any video. I'm just going to do radio.
Yeah. Well, the train man, he messaged me, and evidently I got the message, same thing. He goes, Tiki Man needs to call Paradise Way technical support.
No.
And then he goes, that's right. That's why I don't do a video. So, and we're talking about turkeys. Patty with an Eye has a 28-pounder that she is doing, which is craziness.
That's
crazy.
insane crazy.
Okay. Uncle Alex is out there.
Good morning.
I don't know what he's talking about, but he says, scrub those toilets, Mo.
I guess she's at work, yeah.
Let's see who else we got. Of course, Larice is out there. Glenn Soika, good morning.
Good
Morning, Glenn.
There he is.
Man, he was up with Joe Leo last week. He was down in Key West with us. I mean, he's everywhere.
Yeah. And let's see. And, of course, Ed the train man's chiming in over here, and I think that's all I have for right now.
Well, all right. We have a busy show for you. Chris Bellamy is going to join us around 11 o'clock. We're going to talk about his new website that Tiki Man Radio is promoting for him. And you can go over to TikiManRadio.com and click on the banner. It's at the very top there. And it'll take you to his events page where he wants to, he's had a horrible time with Facebook lately, so he's wanting to focus on his website, and he called us, and we went right to work for him. So we're going to do that. And then Bill Hurley's going to be joining us around 11:30. He is our new Tiki Head DJ for an hour. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is right there. Bill Hurley, the Beach Maniac. His first show was Friday at 6 p.m., and then we did the replay yesterday. We got 2 more replays coming up, the 26th at 7 o'clock, and then November the 29th at noon. So he did a great job, and we appreciate him reaching out to us. And if you want to be a Tiki Head DJ for an hour, it makes a great gift this time of year. I know Joe Leo's going to be doing it, maybe. So we'd like to make a great gift for you. It makes a great gift. So if you go spend the money anyway, you might as well just reach out to us and have a gift that everybody enjoys.
Yeah.
The Tiki Head DJ for an hour. So And then we're gonna get this day started off right the island way, and we're gonna come back and introduce you to Tiki Jane. All right,
That's
Tiki
right.
Jane has come on board with Tiki Man Radio from the islands, and she wanted to spice up. When we went down to the race, we're listening to the show on the radio, and when it got to the Almanac part, all you hear on the radio is just the music. Because
Right.
I honestly do not have time. I can put the Almanac together, which takes a little bit, and I enjoy it because it's got a little bit of Tiki history. But we needed to have the Almanac narrated by someone, and Tiki Jane stepped up. So
Nice.
I think you're going to enjoy it.
Wow.
All right. So, and she's going to be making an announcement about the Almanac next week. She has a sponsor that's going to sponsor her little spot.
Wow.
So, that is very cool. But right now, let's get this day started off right the island way with some positive vibes. All right. The Almanac coming up with Tiki Jane next.
Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Oil wasted on the oceans and the seas. Oh, fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and birds who live nearby are dying. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more abuse from man can she stand? And I want you, but I want you to want me too. Said I want you to love me, just like I want you. Oh, I'll give you all the love you want in return, sweet darling. Your happiness is all I crave. Ooh, it's too bad. It's just too sad. You don't want me now. But I'm gonna change your mind some way, somehow, baby. I want you the right way. I want you, but I want you to want me too. I want you to want me, baby, just like I want you. Ooh, I want you. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north, the south, and east. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more abuse from man can she stand?
Hey, this is Marty Nickel, and you're listening to Tiki Man Radio, where it's always Tiki time.
Tiki time. tired of landlocked, living a roadblock life, giving everything I got. Working 40-hour weeks, trying to make ends meet, and I still can't afford that yacht. They say that one fine day my ship is coming this way. Well, I'm gonna be waiting at the dock, and I'll be 3 steps from death and screaming full speed ahead. SOS, help me out of this mess. I feel a little landlocked. Well, now she packed her bags and she jumped in the car, made a quick stop down the street at the bar, and told a friend or two. Said that she didn't care anymore, she was gone. Chase her dreams, sipping drinks and playing island songs and little attitudes. Oh, she's trading the toll fees for palm trees and boat drinks and sunsets down in the sea. She'll find a place in the sand, you'll find a drink in her hand, and she'll be dancing to a steel drum beat. No more landlocked, living a roadblocked life, giving everything I got. Working 40-hour weeks, trying to make ends meet, and I still can't afford that yacht. They say that one fine day my ship is coming this way. Well, I'm gonna be waiting at the dock, and I'll be 3 steps from death, screaming full speed ahead. SOS, help me out of this mess. I feel a little landlocked. Yeah, SOS, I'm getting out of this mess. I feel a little landlocked.
Hello, everyone. This is Tiki Jane, and it is time for this week's Tiki Man Radio Weekly Almanac for November 24th, 2024. In 1971, a man later known as D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane shortly after departing from Portland, Oregon, and later parachuted out of the aircraft with the ransom money, despite an extensive manhunt. He was never identified or caught. In 1963, Dallas nightclub owner Jack Ruby fatally shot Lee Harvey Oswald, the accused assassin of U.S. President John F. Kennedy. In 1877, shortly before her death, Anna Sewell published her only novel, Black Beauty, the first major animal story in children's literature. In 2017, Tiki Man Radio went down to Huntsville, Alabama for the CD release party of Danny Rosato and broadcast live. The name of the CD was Beach Boy Coming Home. That's your weekly Tiki Man Radio Almanac for November 24th, 2024. I am Tiki Jane. See you on the radio.
All right. Thank you,
Nice.
Tiki Jane. And
thank you.
So it's nice to have it narrated because I know you guys can't read all that as we're flowing through there, right? So
Especially if you're watching and driving, you know, it just
Or if you're
not
just
safe.
on the radio and not on the video, right?
That's right.
So,
yeah,
there
so
you
it's
go.
nice to have, you know, I wonder whatever happened to D.B. Cooper.
Yeah, you wonder, don't you?
That's the mystery, right?
Yeah, because how many people
Nobody's
remember it?
found him.
Yeah, I know. But
I'm going to
it
guess
was
he's
like-
probably gone by now.
Yeah.
I would say he is,
Yeah.
passed away by now if he made it.
Yeah,
It
I'd
was-
say he's
yeah,
no longer
it wasn't just him. They didn't even find the money.
Right, exactly.
And he bailed with a briefcase.
I know.
And I mean, it's like, wait a minute, you know, if that hit ground, it probably flew open, but, you know.
Well, he seemed like he had a pretty good plan, but, you know, because you certainly can't do that anymore. Go down to the bottom of the plane, open up the hatch, and jump out.
Right. No, you can't. But he did fall into snow-covered mountains of Oregon.
Well, we're getting some comments, and our producer says she has a nice voice for radio.
She does have a nice voice.
doesn't it?
So-
And Sean Crawley said she likes the almanac narrated.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, good morning to you, Sean Crawley, and thank you. Tiki Jane is from the islands, and, you know, of course, Uncle Alex is, who's Tiki Jane? I told you he'd be the first one to say who's Tiki Jane because he's a dirty old man.
He's like, who's that?
Okay, he's a dirty old man.
Well, she is pretty cute.
Well, just so you know, you won't be able to find her on social media because she doesn't do that. So I know you've already been out there searching, and she doesn't do that. She's only on Tiki Man Radio, and this is something she brought to us and wanted to do, and I thought it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
She doesn't do that either. Alex.
Good morning to Mike Trenholm and Anna Wehunt who just chimed in.
Hey, good morning, you guys.
Yeah, good morning to you. Happy Sunday to you. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And let's see here, guys. Happy Sunday. Yeah, the beautiful Sean Crawley. Nice to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. And I guess the kids are back now, right? They're in Florida with Sean, and so they're probably getting ready for a big Thanksgiving now. Have the whole family together there.
They are.
Yes.
All right, so we got Chris Bellamy coming up here in about 10 minutes. Now, we didn't test or anything.
So that's
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
It'll be interesting.
I'm pretty comfortable that everything will go well, and if not, then it won't, and it'll be fine. So.
Yeah.
So did you get the thing done that you've been working on?
What, the house?
Yeah.
Oh,
Got
no,
the-
it's going to be a while.
Other than paint, the outside is complete. But the inside now is got a trim I pulled off, because if you remember, there was siding on that veranda that was outside. So that's all been pulled off. It's going to be drywall tomorrow, and on and on and on. It's just one more. And the ventilation stuff, I've already got those cut out in the garage and things like that. Oh. So good morning, everybody. I'm on the video.
Yeah, look
Today is
at
Taco Sunday.
Tacos!
Listen.
Tacos!
We don't need no stinking badges.
Sends her a message. I say, hey, I'm bringing tacos, and I was like, yeah, whatever.
2 weeks too late.
We went on ahead and laid out a roast because we're not going to count on him to bring tacos.
I
We went through that last
pizza
week.
with it too. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. How was the tacos? Well, the pizza was great.
Well, I heard your refrigerator went on the poop.
Now this refrigerator is 7 feet high and 4 feet wide. I don't know how deep it is, probably 29 inches, something like that. But the compressor is gone. So I'm going to have to find somebody to get it out of the house, and I've already got replacement considerations. So
They'll haul it off for you.
who?
People you buy the refrigerator from.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
They will.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't pay somebody else when they'll do it for you. Mm-hmm. When you buy it.
I'm looking into that.
Now, if you went to like Uncle Alex's guy
know.
he knows down on 23rd Street or some crap like that, then they ain't gonna do that.
Give me an estimate, right?
You got to pick it. You got to pick it up yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
so don't do that.
Well, it's a big box, and I don't care how it goes, as long as they don't scratch the floor.
Oh, you've already had it delivered.
No, I need to get rid of one in order to get the other one.
Yeah. You just where'd you buy that?
I haven't purchased one. I have to make a phone call on Monday.
Oh, okay,
To call
okay.
the factory and ask, some questions about my choice, and if it doesn't work, I'll move on.
How old is this refrigerator?
20 years old.
Okay, listen, it's time to buy it. There's no sense in trying to troubleshoot it and all that crap.
I'm not. I already troubleshooted it. The compressor is bad. I know that. So anyway, and it's got R134 in it, and you can't find anything with R134 anymore.
Yeah.
So
Whatever that is.
That would be the cool one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Freon,
Freon?
right?
Oh,
it's
I remember
it's like
Freon.
5 generations back.
Hey, we got a lot of you out there listening this morning. Please hit the like button. We're up to 20 likes. It says I got 30 people watching, so go ahead and hit the like button. That's greatly appreciates. Helps us out tremendously. Chris Bellamy is going to join us around 11 o'clock, and we mentioned the passing of Mary Ellen earlier, and we do have her books out here in the chocolate bar, so if you want to borrow it sometime, take a look at it or whatever, and we're going to probably try to make an appearance over at the funeral home this week sometime or another, and we'll reach out to Pete and find out when arrangements are, whenever. I'm sure he'll make a public post about that. So
yeah.
Let's see here. What else we got going on? We let's see here. It was something I was going to mention. We got the holidays coming up. Oh, I know what it was I was going to mention.
It was a stomp.
And, of course, you got to add the, yeah, there we go.
Well, it looks like they're going to get a bowl game.
Yeah, they are. And, man, I don't know what the hell happened to Alabama yesterday.
Oh,
and,
my gosh. I don't even know.
They laid a goose egg is what they did.
Well, I think they got 3 points, but it might as well be a goose egg. But, yeah.
I don't even know.
Surprise people. They are good.
Man, and then, Florida beats Ole Miss.
Right.
3 of the top 10 dropped yesterday.
Yeah, which is great for Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Tennessee should be moved up into the playoffs now.
See, this is why instead of doing like a lot of these teams where they play the local high school for the first 6 games, we get the big games out of the way. We win some, we lose some, whatever, and at the end of it, we've got a comfortable schedule, and that's really how you're supposed to do it. So. Let's see here. Chris Bellamy, am I here? Let's see.
I don't know. Are you
Let's
here?
see, Betty.
Let's see here.
I see him.
No, you gotta log in. Let's see here. Let's see. I am here. No, log in.
No, you're not.
Log in.
So
give
Camera.
access.
To the camera.
I send all this, and I don't think people read anymore. I really don't. I don't think people read. I don't know why I'm doing all this promotion on Facebook and sending out emails. I don't think people read anymore. Let's see here. No,
I read them.
Let's see here. No, log on, give access to camera.
Oh my!
And microphone. Let's see. Send me the link. All right. Okay.
Hey, Gene, he said, congrats to the Vols. My Cyclones won an exciting game against Utah.
Rick the Stick says we are. And all I got to say is OH. Because we took Indiana to school.
It's funny, I just don't ever... I still never hear anything about Ohio. Of course, we're in the SEC and we don't really give a damn. But
well, you know, when you talk about that, you have to differentiate.
Yeah.
It's Ohio State because there is an Ohio University that is a completely different team that actually goes by Ohio. So they're two different. They're actually two different teams.
State, yeah.
I don't care.
One's the Bobcats and one's the Buckeyes.
All he cares about is Tennessee. And I don't recognize my...
you're going to care about those
Bama's
Buckeyes
team.
if Tennessee's in the playoffs and they meet each other. You're going to care about those Buckeyes a lot.
I don't know if they've played anybody yet that's worth a damn. Have they?
Ohio State?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Who have they played that's tough?
Well, we beat Penn State.
I'm talking about Indiana.
Indiana.
Indiana. Okay.
Indiana. Well, that was the thing that they were. They were saying they had the 106th weakest schedule or something like that. That it wasn't very, very strong. They hadn't really played anybody. They were coming in undefeated, but they were very, very confident in their abilities against Ohio State, which was number 2 in the nation. And as they say, the cream always rises to the top, and Ohio State put a thumping on them and kind of showed them that.
But they scored first.
It's kind of like the old. It's kind of like the old man with the dollar bill on the end of that fishing line, going, "Ooh, just so close."
Yeah.
But who scored
You
first?
almost had it.
All right, let's see here. Let's get one of Chris's songs playing and see if I can get him logged on here.
All right.
That's a good idea.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Hopefully, Chris Bellamy coming up next.
Some say I live in a daydream, chasing those moonbeams, living well beyond my means, wearing my blue jeans, my hat and my flip-flops. Nobody makes a suit and tie for me. Now I like to sleep late, no getting up at daybreak. I like to roll over about 8:15. Listen to the phone ring. Sometimes I'm not answering. Sometimes it's just another form of deja vu. I live in a beach town. The ocean's all around, and it's kind of like I thought it would be. Just trying not to worry, be in a hurry. I'm trying to figure out just what I want to be. I live in a beach town. The ocean's all around, and it's kind of like I thought it would be. Just try not to worry, be in a hurry. I'm trying to figure out just what I want to be. I live in a beach town. The ocean's all around, and it's kind of like I thought it would be. Just try not to worry or be in a hurry. Trying to figure out just what I want to be. Mr. Bobby Russell. I live in a beach town. The ocean's all around, and it's kind of like I thought it would be. Just try not to worry or be in a hurry. I'm trying to figure out just what I want to be. And it's kind of like I thought that it would be. I'm trying to figure out what I want to be.
for a true coastal Americana troubadour and a legendary singer, then look no further than Silver Buckle recording artist Chris Bellamy. Chris can be found playing down in the Keys and all over Florida. And now you can go to his website, chrisbellamy.com, and click on his events page and find out where he's playing at next. Are you looking for the next artist to book for your place who can bring in the crowds? Then look no further than Chris Bellamy. Go to chrisbellamy.com and book Chris today or find out where he's playing. Chris Bellamy, a true coastal Americana legend. That's right, and definitely a hell of a guitar picker.
Oh
that's
my
for sure.
gosh!
Yeah.
You know, I'm in love with watching Chris and listening to him play the guitar. And
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if we can get him in here.
There's Chris.
Can you hear us, brother?
I can.
Hey, it's so good to see you. Danny just played my favorite song.
Yeah, let's see if we can get you up there. There you go. Yeah, man. How the hell are you, man? I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever.
Like forever, I know.
Well, what's left of me's pretty good. It's been one of them years, man. It was, I play in the Keys an awful lot, and it all comes. It like old saying, rains and pours.
Yeah.
And it sure does. I've probably done over 200 dates this year.
Wow.
And I needed it because, as you well know, moving is expensive.
It certainly is.
Yeah. Well, that noise you hear in the background, that's Larice out there. She's telling a big tall story to Uncle Alex. But anyway. Right. So, yeah, we missed you down in the Keys. I know you don't, I know all the reasons why you weren't down there, but we missed, walking over and seeing you play and all that good stuff, But we had a hell of a time down there. It was one of our best years ever. Only thing missing was you.
Yeah, man, I hate that. It's just that it's just become just beyond reason to run the tour bus down there, and then have to pay to park at Boyd's.
Yeah,
and then I'm Key West pink cab at 305-296-6666. They look after me real good,
Yeah.
But it's still, money's money, and now they've cut my tree down at the Hog's Breath.
Yeah, yeah.
I just cannot believe that.
I can't either, Chris.
Yeah, they got rid of the tree. They charged for parking. I mean, Key West has changed so much over the years, but we had a lot of great memories down there too.
Yeah, I mean, Dave Goodman lives in Jupiter, which is not far from me, and Dave with Chris Clifton, Dave Goodman, Ken Fradley, just a whole host of people that I work with still. We were all Hog's Breath guys,
Yeah.
And it was really, really, really good while it lasted. I understand Charlie Bauer, I won't speak a lot about this, but I believe he has got quite possibly the new tequila bar on top of the southernmost house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's true. I heard that as well. And of course, the Smoking Tuna is no longer there. They've redid all that, and they're taking it back to, I think it's the old plantation or something like that. I forget what it's called, but
the Tiki House isn't there anymore.
Yeah, they tore down the Tiki House.
Yeah, it's just a gravel just a gravel pit now.
Which I thought was interesting. They did it around Halloween and the week before Halloween, and I'm like, man, I don't think it's too smart to take that all the way down to the ground. There was some bodies that came up missing next door at Captain Tony's, and we never really found out what happened to them, but they did. The Tiki House is actually over on Duval Street. Pretty nice place now. It's a little bigger, but yeah, the old Tiki House is gone.
Wow, I hear. I'm in the loop down there. I hear from everybody, but Rolando is my nylon string go-to jazz salsa player.
Yeah.
and Bradley's there, and you know, but I have, so between those two, that's and you know, that man, how's he doing?
Who's that?
Christopher. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. He's doing all right. Yeah.
I you know, my Facebook page just got hacked.
Yeah. I was telling him earlier that you reached out to us because you want us to help promote your website, which we're doing now, and we thank you for that. But it all stemmed from the debacle on Facebook.
Yeah, what a train wreck, man. I had to get I was okayed for a new page. I think I have 4 friends. Yeah, so I mean, I'll deal with that as time allows. But the thing that you and I are doing is going to really, I'm really excited about that. You know, with driving traffic to the website, I've got to get. I recommend this to any artist that's out there. You get your website and you drive traffic to your website.
Yeah.
Be self-sufficient, because I mean, there's a public figure page, there's a fan page, there's a Chris Bellamy Records silver buckle. There's probably, and they're public figure pages, so God knows how many. I can count 40,000.
Yeah.
And I can't reach them. You know? So I put up a post about us being on the radio this morning, and as well as the what had happened, and this is really me.
Yeah, this is really me.
Because that's there's so much.
I always look at that. You know, people post all the time. You know, hey, if you get a message from me that's not me, and then we're like, well, who are you now?
Yeah. And I don't know how much AI has to do with it, but it's coming.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's here. Yeah, there's no doubt. All the new phones will have AI in them, and
they already do.
The new ones that are coming out are more advanced, and all the computers. I mean, in a lot of ways, it's good if it's used correctly. But like anything else, I mean, that's how they get getaway cars, to rob banks. Anything can be used inappropriately. So I mean, it's just another tool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's. For instance, me and Billy Davidson, my buddy, he books me a lot down in the Keys, and I work with Steve Webb a lot. And both of those guys are just A1 top shelf players.
Right.
And we do the Lore Life 3 days a week, and Marker 88 up at Pilot House, which is a really cool little. That's where Paul Overstreet sat there. Paul sat in front of me for 2 hours at the Pilot House in Key Largo and said, "How are you making that sound?"
Because everybody is mesmerized watching you play. Yeah. It is just mesmerizing. You are just a master guitarist.
Well, thank you for that. I love to play the guitar. I've been underwritten by a new company called Mercury Guitars. A gentleman named Steve Vahini builds these guitars there in Tavernier. And I don't have it handy with it's in the case, but I mean it's something else. And Steve's a very low profile guy. He was a world travel. They don't call it marlin fishing on these big programs. They call it a marlin fishing program, where these guys get 401ks, they get health benefits, it's a job.
Nice.
And he ran one of those for about damn near 40 years, and he always played guitar, and he lives in right there in Tavernier. So I had some problems with some guitars I had, and he's a great luthier, so he fixed all that stuff for me. And then he's somewhere, he got a hold of some Adirondack spruce, which is there ain't no more of that. And he bought it off of another luthier that was retiring or dying or something. So I have a new Dreadnought drop dead gorgeous guitar, my acoustic guitar, and it's like It's like an acoustic guitar with a Fender Les Paul nickel.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
Custom made for you.
like you need to be amplified in one way or the other. I mean, you know, I've always enjoyed watching, you know, even when you were here and playing in the chocolate bar and just having other artists here that just, you know, they just stare at your fingers, you know.
Oh, I know.
Like,
It's
how's he,
mesmerizing.
you know,
How's he do that?
How's he doing that? Because Chris has got big hands,
Yes.
and you know it's really hard to see his fingers move. But man, it's magical to sit and enjoy.
You could put on a master class, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I've had offers.
yeah. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have.
What's that young man that won Songwriter of the Year 2024 for Trop Rock Trama?
Well, the Horizon Award was Manalo, and I don't know who won the.
I know him. I know him. He plays with Donnie Brewer in that crowd. But he was sitting there watching me and Fradley a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He said, "Your right hand is very deceiving."
Was it Jonas Lawrence? Did he win?
Was it Jonas? I think it was Jonas.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Songwriter of the Year? Is that what we're looking for?
I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. I gotta be honest with you. We're not.
It don't matter.
Yeah, we're not in the loop of all that.
Yeah, of his. He's good.
Yeah.
You know, he's a really good writer.
Yeah.
Chris Clifton has done some of the tracks for him, and Chris is amazing. He's a Stratocaster player.
Yeah.
But that kid, you know, he recognized that my right hand does an awful lot of stuff, and so that's just growth. You know, I wasn't born doing that.
Yeah. No, I get it,
That's
man.
a lot of practice.
It takes a lot, and I love it. I mean, I do it all the time, and I've been playing a lot of nylon string here lately. And I got turned on, you know, when Jimmy passed away, God rest his soul. And I bought a collector's edition of the album Equal Strain on All Parts, and it has the New Orleans, the New Orleans Jazz Preservation.
Yeah, it has the band in there.
They turned me on. I got turned on to them through that album at University of Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
I went, damn, man, that's good stuff. I may not have said stuff, but it's
Yeah. Are you still? I know you're a big fan of jazz, and you've gotten into playing a little bit of jazz over the last 2 or 3 years or so, because we've had those conversations. Are you still dabbling in that?
Oh, I'm probably doing a little more than dabbling, really. It's where I live now. Is Sebastian, Florida. My gigs are large. I have a really super nice venue up in Melbourne called Nolan's Canteen. I believe that's the name of it. But it's a canteen. It's a 3-story, multi-million-dollar. Listen here. I want to make sure I get that name right. It's Nomad's Canteen.
That's right, Nomads. Yeah, we talked about that the other day.
Yeah, it's that is a world-class venue, second to none. I have been all over this country for a whole lot of years, and that place. So it lends itself to that, whatever it is you call I do.
You're awesome.
I call it magic.
It is magic.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, Eric Erdman was the songwriter of the year.
Oh, it was Eric Erdman.
Yeah.
Eric, yeah, that's exactly who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Eric.
Yeah, he used to play at a place down in Mobile, and in Spanish Fort. There was a bar that I always kind of hid away at while I was down there, and he would play out on the deck out there. This was years ago.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, a gig's a gig, and I'm not sure what all that crowd's doing. I have not got time. There ain't enough hours in a day. You know, my BMI affiliation has really grown strong. I've entered their catalog of re-recorded songs by other people. So I have a gentleman that rents a space out. We call it the back 40. I bought an acre down here right off the river. Had a brand new shop. What I did is I bought me a shop that had an old house on it.
Yeah.
I was going to tear the house down and live in the motorhome until we got like we wanted. And then Janet and I started fixing this place up. And I'm sitting in the makeshift studio front room, living room right now, until I can get the upstairs soundproofed and dealt with in some fashion. So it'll be quite enough to record in.
Right.
But in the meantime, the shop is 40 by 30, and it's new, but it's metal and it's loud in there. You know, you can hear a daggone pine cone can hit the ceiling and sound like a bomb went off.
The metal roof.
But I'm just gonna set everything up out there because you can't let this stuff sit but so long.
Right. Right.
And I record to 2-inch Ampex, which runs at 24 inches a second. So that's those great big reels.
Yeah.
Because that's come back real strong.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah. They're selling them on you can buy one now on they're refurbished on Sweetwater. They're not cheap. Mine I bought a long time ago, thank God, and it's an original one. And then I use an analog board. I use a 1604 BLZ Mackie, which is a real Mackie. It was made in I think they were made in Oregon or in Washington State. So that thing really, it's a great sound. But here's the catch: you have to be able to play the song. There ain't no fixing it in the mix.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I love that. I mean, the stuff that I do, you know, if you listen to it, I mean, it's very, very easy and approachable to take care of a lot of problems, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. I play, and then my mastering guy died, David K. Shipley.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, bless the dang on it. He went to 71, and that was a loss, big time. So I gotta hunt me up somebody else. I may try CD Baby. They offer mastering, but with working with Shipley was so good because I could write the time down on the track, and because I could mix it pretty well without almost not being mastered. But for radio play, it's got to be mastered because it's got to sound. It's got to be the same volume level everything else is.
Right.
So that's somebody that's missing from one of my boys is missing, but there'll be somebody, I reckon, or either I'll have to learn to do it myself.
Yeah.
But the album, I'm working on this new album since. I mean, the night Jimmy Buffett died, it was beyond staggering, and I'm a pretty sturdy fella, you know, and
yeah.
Dang it, man. Janet said, look, I got to tell you this. And it was about 9:30 on Saturday morning. And I said, what? And she told me that Jimmy had passed. And it kind of sort of bounced off of me at that moment.
Right.
And then we got fire ants that'll walk away with the whole house if you don't control them around here. And so I went up to Home Depot and I got like a couple $100 worth of, you know, ant control to put in the broadcaster and a handful of other little things. And I came to the register and I was talking to this lady and I didn't know her from Adam, but I said, you know, we lost a good man last night. And she said, wait, who's that? I said, Jimmy Buffett passed away. She said, what? And I was it was starting to get to me, man. You know, I had realized, oh my God, you know what, really, how much of an impact it's going to have on people's lives.
Yeah.
I started getting the water out, and this woman scanned about 3 things in my cart: a thing of WD-40, a bag of bolts, and something else, and didn't even bother. Said, "You're good to go. Take it." I mean, that was how. It was a numbing, almost stunning numbing kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I really talked about it much, because it just took so much horsepower out of my passing gear. Just ouch. So I've been in touch with Mac several times, and you know, we've tried. We're gonna do something. We'll as much as he and I are on the road, something will happen.
Yeah.
And that's the way I always felt about Jimmy. You know, when I was a kid, when I was 19 years old, I was working with him as an opening act, and that's been a shoot. What's that? What do they call that? 2 decades.
2 decades. Yeah. They call it a long time.
They call it a long time, but I've had some conversations with Mac, and we'll figure out something. And I do this Jimmy Buffett tribute every Wednesday night at On the Edge Bar and Grill down at Fort Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I mean, I tell you what, there is no telling who you're gonna meet around this place. I've got to be friends with Mel Fisher's bunch.
Oh, that's a good group to get in with right there.
Man, I tell you, I went over and met Melvin, they call him. It's Mel Fisher's grandson.
Right.
I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah. Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
And Melvin gave me 2 books, and then I met these and he of course signed them. I asked him to sign them, and then I met these gentlemen here, Finding Treasure.
Yeah.
Finding Treasure Without Losing Yourself.
Yeah.
And the thing that we were all, and I've met John Brandon. John Brandon was the gentleman that pulled Derek and his wife out of the wreck when it capsized, and they of course, that's Mel's son.
Yeah.
And John Brandon you just Google him. Google John Brandon Treasure. But he and I, he's 73, I'm 68. It was a hot day, and I went down to Riverside to get a couple beers and eat a sandwich, and there's this cat sitting there with this gold chunk of it's not a doubloon, it's some sort of Spanish coin that's very rare. And I asked him, I kept looking at that thing. It takes nerve to wear something like that.
Yeah, it is.
Was it the Atosha coin?
No. It was the Atosha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that real? He said, oh, yeah.
It's real. It's about $20,000 too. I've got my eye on a couple on the eBay that I've been bidding on for a while, but they're expensive. And our good friend Brian Fields has got one. I know several people that got one. That's my ultimate goal, was to get one.
Well, me and you both. Hell, I would love to have a silver coin.
Yeah.
$8,000.
Yeah.
And what he said he had was worth, because of all the lettering, everything on the mint work was still there.
Yeah.
So if the mint work gets gone, it lessens the value of it. That was a $35,000 coin.
Woo.
Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind. Well, listen.
He introduced me. He introduced himself, and then he started coming to hear me play down at On the Edge, and we became friends. And really, Carl Fismer was part of the Golden Crew. There was about 75 of them that were diehard to the very bitter end until they found the Atosha. Mm-hmm. And they all have this gold ring with a red diver's flag in it. It's just so cool, man.
That's
I got
cool.
a ton of stuff I'm gonna write.
That's cool.
I'm hugely into I've done the Mel Fisher days down there, and I'm a big fan of the Curse of Oak Island, and One year they went down to Mel Fisher's and went out on the water and looked at some treasure and stuff down there. So it's all intertwined. And of course, I'm a big fan of the pirate era and all that stuff. Write about it all the time. But we're gonna have to get you out of here. We got our next guest coming up here. But real quickly, we have started promoting your website, ChrisBellamy.com, and it is on. Oh, did we lose him? Oh, there he is. There he is.
There you are.
All right, with ChrisBellamy.com, we've got that on our website, and we've got some commercials running, and you're going to have your events page updated where everybody can find out where you're at, right? Oh, we lost you.
Uh-oh.
Hello? There he is. Gone?
Yeah. Well, we lost his voice. I don't know what he did, but... All right. Well, we listen.
Listen, I love Chris Bellamy.
Good talk,
everybody,
bro.
That was a good talk. That was a good talk.
Listen, everybody needs to go out and check out his website, and he's just an amazing guitarist. And
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
would travel to see him.
Yeah. Well,
he'll come here.
He'd come here. He played in a chocolate bar. I don't know if that was before your time.
It was before Flaz's time, yeah. It was, but yeah, he's played here. We've had good times with him and Janet. And
Valentine's Day right here.
oh my gosh, we drank a lot of Spanish wine that day.
Yeah, that's true.
Woo, Lordy.
All right, listen, ChrisBellamy.com. You go over to TikiManRadio.com, click on the banner. It's at the top, and you can do this on your phone. For some of you that some of you still got flip phones, you probably can't do.
I do.
But yeah, you still got a flip phone. But you just click on it, and it will take you to ChrisBellamy.com. And please share that. Please share everything that we put out there. And help us get the word out because, as he said, the Facebook hackers got his Facebook, so it is what it is. But Oasis, maybe for your tiki bar, or maybe you just want a pink flamingo in your yard. Well, let me tell you about Camys Grammys. That's what they do. Camys Grammys is just a beachy flamingo-loving girl from Wisconsin who's landlocked in Missouri and crazy about signs. Go over to TikiManRadio.com and click on the Camys Grammys logo and reach out to her. They custom fit signs to your order, made right here in the USA. That's Camys Grammys. Everybody needs a pink flamingo in their yard. Are you looking to take your music and your show to the next level? Jax Bowers Mudcut South Studios is your full-service production facility, providing professional drum and percussion tracks in-house or remote, as well as full production, mixing, and mastering with world-class studio musicians available. Jax is also available for performances and touring. With over 30 years experience as a musician and 20 years experience producing, Jax Bowers Mudcut South Studios will take your show or your music to the next level. Reach out to Jax today at AlanJaxBowers.com. Jax has worked with the best in the business all over the world, and he can bring that talent to your music and your show. So stop getting frustrated. Stop worrying about it. Reach out to AlanJaxBowers.com and step into the big show. Reach out to him today and make sure you tell him that the Tiki Man sent you. Take your music to the next level. Stop worrying about it. Key West Local Lux boasts the largest selection of handmade, one-of-a-kind jewelry as well as pearls in the Keys, and the real thing at the best price. Now that's nice. It's the most exotic selection too. That's Key West Local Lux, located at 515 Fleming Street in beautiful Key West, Florida. Stop by the store and say hi to Barb, who's the owner. If you're not down in the Keys, make sure you tune in for the Pretty Party every Thursday at 6 p.m. live on Facebook. That's Key West Local Lux down in the Keys. If you're coming down to Key West, you might as well look pretty. Stop by the store and say hi to Barb. Tell them the Tiki Man sent you. Key West Local Lux, 515 Fleming Street, Key West, Florida. Proud sponsor of Tiki Man Radio. Are you looking to get away to your secret paradise? Are you looking to come to Chattanooga? You've heard me talk about the beautiful city that I grew up in and the surrounding area here in Harrison Bay. Well, Golden's A-lure-ing Getaway is your secret hideaway. Just a mile and a half from the Tiki Bar, and our good friends the Goldens will take good care of you. It's safe, it's secure, and it's Tiki Man approved. When you use the code word Tiki Man, you get 20% off. Go over to TikiManRadio.com and click on the link for Golden's A-lure-ing Getaway and schedule your secret getaway right here in Harrison Bay. That's Golden's A-lure-ing Getaway. Tell them the Tiki Man sent you. Yeah. I can hear you chewing those nuts. Yeah, I know this is y'all's first time in a studio, but let's see here.
I thought we were turned off.
Anyway, let's see here. Let me go over here and get our Tiki Head DJ for an hour, Mr. Bill Hurley in the house. Good morning to you, the Beach Maniac.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, let me get you, let me put you up on the top here. There we go. So, first of all, we want to thank you for being our new Tiki Head DJ for an hour, and we've played it a couple of times. It debuted on Friday at 6 o'clock. We played it again yesterday at 1 o'clock. So, I'm curious to see what you thought.
I thought it was great. I thought your production of the pretty raw material I gave you was done beautifully, and it came out great. I was very happy with it.
Well, thank you. You did a great job. It's a good playlist, and I'm always, one of the things about this was years ago, I was one of the fruitcakes on the radio on Radio Margaritaville. And I remember how cool that was. And I had all the people from my Parrot Head Club, here in the chocolate bar, and I had people listening, and I was like, it's gonna be playing, and I always thought that was cool. So I've tried to recreate that with Tiki Man Radio with the Tiki Head DJ because I know it's a big deal, and I'm always curious to see the playlist, to see what people are listening to, and we always gather a couple of new songs out of it for the station. So good job on your part.
Great. Yeah, and my family was all listening to it, and my daughter took a picture of my granddaughter sitting around listening to the radio, and they really got a kick out of it. And the same with my son and his kids. They really thought it was great to hear their grandpa singing or talking on the radio.
Well, good deal, man. I'm glad you did that. And, we probably do, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 of those a year. And usually around the holidays, I start promoting it, and say, hey, this makes a great gift for somebody uniquely different, that kind of thing. And, instead of buying a gift card or whatever, do something where everybody can enjoy it. And so it has an uptick this time of year. So we're really happy to have you part of it.
And for me, I've always been a big fan of big radio personalities. And it goes back to when I was growing up in Appleton, Wisconsin, at a time when there were not very many radio stations playing pop music.
Right.
And you may know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do here. I would dial into WLS Chicago, 890 on the AM dial.
Oh,
and
yeah.
From 200 miles away, I was listening to what are now the oldies, of course, the newest music of the time, the Beatles and the Monkees and the Rolling Stones and Motown. And through the crackling of the AM dial, I could hear the best DJs in the country. And I always remember that. And I was always impressed with it. I actually even remember the names Art Roberts and Larry Lujak.
Oh, there you go.
Those ring a bell with you.
Yeah.
And of course, later I would listen to nationally syndicated powerhouse DJs like Wolfman Jack.
Yeah.
Casey Kasem, of course, in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And so just being able to, I wouldn't say it was not always my dream to be a DJ, but it was always a cool thing to think that maybe someday I could do that. And to hear myself on Tiki Man Radio Friday night, it really was a special experience for me and something I've never done before.
That's super cool, man. And, when I was a kid, we lived just through the woods from a radio station called WFLI, Jet Fly in the Sky. They used to have like the light, in the sky and all that stuff. And it was an AM radio station, rock and roll radio station. and we would walk over there, and they would give us 45s. They'd have like a box of 45s that they either had an abundance of, or they played it and didn't like it, and we didn't care. You know, they just gave it to us kids, and then we'd go home and pretend like we were DJs, you know, and record it on little cassette players and stuff like that. You know, it was super cool. So I get it. I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, and a lot of those stations, I think I used to listen to some station. There was a station out in Nashville I used to listen to too, but I also listened to a lot of news stations because I was just into that. I was an editor of our high school paper, and I was into news and journalism, and I could get the AM stations out of New York City sometimes, which was pretty amazing. I think they called them clear channel stations.
Yep.
And at night they did something with the technology so that these particular stations could broadcast for hundreds of miles.
It was a sheer.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Go ahead.
Just to let you know, I'm Flaz, and it was sheer amounts of power because the ionosphere would move up into the stratosphere, or the ionosphere would move up in away from the Earth, and the bounce of the actual signal coming from the transmitter would go further away. I used to listen to Mighty 690 out of Tijuana in Nebraska.
Wow.
Just because of that same phenomenon. And guess who was on Mighty 690? Wolfman Jack.
Wolfman Jack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still have that? Can I still listen to AM stations from hundreds of miles away?
Actually, in Mexico, they're allowed 100,000 watts, whereas the FCC in the United States only allows 50,000 watts. And that's the reason why that as a kid, I used to be able to listen to Mighty 690 out of Tijuana.
I'll tell you what you can do. There is a cool app that we are on.
Right.
That's called
I got it.
Radio Garden.
Right.
And you can download Radio Garden, and Tiki Man Radio is on there as well. But it pulls up the whole Earth, and it has dots on it in different countries and stuff. And all you do is click on the dot, and it takes you right to that radio station.
Yeah, that's cool.
But you don't get the static.
You don't get the static. No, you don't get the static. We've moved past the static, but yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The old crackles and pops, and it's gone.
Yeah. I could probably recreate that for you, though. You know, I could probably record one of them and put in a little static in there. You know, that way. You know, every once in a while, just turning the dial.
You should do that on Saturday mornings.
Oh yeah,
make it sound like it's an AM show.
Sometimes, you play Paul Harvey.
Yeah.
And sometimes those old clips sound a little staticky.
That's true.
They're very genuine.
That's one of our popular shows, Jukebox Saturday. You know, and a guy reached out to me about 5 or 6 years ago and says, I really enjoy your Jukebox Saturday, but you need some Paul Harvey in there. And I happen to have every recorded version of Paul Harvey that I want to send you. And he did. He sent me the entire library, broken down by alphabet.
Nice.
And I got this, and he sent it to me in the mail, and I loaded it in the computer, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot of space. And, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do the T's to this month, and I'm going to do the S's this month or whatever.
I learned something about my own state from Paul Harvey.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What's that?
That Ohio wasn't a state for a long, long time.
I didn't even know it was still there.
They thought they were a state, but they were never a state. They didn't come like a state until like 1953.
Really? You learned that from Paul Harvey?
I did.
Wow. See, there you go. We're learning things. That's awesome.
A territory?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. But anyway, so now let's talk about the Beach Maniac. Now, I get the idea that this has a lot to do with you and your son, right?
Yeah. Well, I started Beach Maniac about, I guess, a little over 10 years ago. I started the website beachmaniac.com. My background is in journalism and mass communications. I was a newspaper reporter and editor, and then I transitioned to websites and social media.
Yeah.
And I was feeling about 10 years ago a little bogged down at work, and I was looking for a creative outlet. So I kind of followed my heart, and I've always loved the beach, and I've been interested in the internet and social media, and I wanted to combine those into something that would really keep me interested and creative. So I love beach vacations, upbeat beach music. So I created BeachManiac.com, which I envisioned as a hub for beach lovers, information on beaches, forums, travel information, and music. It's a continuous work in progress.
Yeah.
And it's gone through some different iterations, but it's something I enjoy, and it's kind of a hobby for me. And it just, on the cold winter's day, it keeps me warm.
Well, that sounds like me 10 years ago, getting Tiki Man Radio. At the time, it was Tiki Island Radio, and then we created Tiki Man Radio. But 10 years ago is probably the same reason. When I couldn't be in Key West, or if I couldn't be in this island or whatever, I wanted to create that, and it really came out of the Tiki Bar out here that's been around for about 20 years, and we'd always back in the day play. We'd burn our own CDs, and it'd just be a continuous amount of music that people loved, and that's how the radio station was formed. But it's really the same theory of what you're talking about. Kind of bored with things and needed to be a little creative, and that's how it all launched. So it was about the same time you did the Beach Maniac.
Yeah. And then it evolved, and we ended up actually writing a song. So as I mentioned in my broadcast, my son and I, this was before he had kids of his own, and he had more time to travel. We used to take an annual trip down to Fort Myers Beach, and we called it our deer hunting week because my friends and their sons they had a bonding experience where they would go deer hunting every fall. In fact, this is deer hunting weekend right now in Wisconsin. And they would, as I mentioned, they would go up north where it was very cold, and they would sit in a shack, and they would sit in they'd have their guns, and they'd be all bundled up, and they'd be shivering, and that just wasn't something we wanted to do. So instead, we hopped on airplanes and we flew down to Fort Myers Beach, where it was nice and warm for a week. And one year on the way down, it was about a 3-hour flight from Milwaukee to Fort Myers Beach. We were a little bored on the flight, and Ryan says to me, "We should write a song." And I'm like, I don't know anything about writing a song. We're not musicians.
Right.
But what could possibly go wrong, right? So I grab a napkin and write down the words Beach Maniac, and we think, what rhymes with maniac? And we couldn't really come up with anything, so we had to make up our own words. We made up Insaniac, Real Zaniac, No Brainiac, and then we put the song together. We told a story about a guy who was shoveling snow in the cold northern blow, and he saw a plane flying overhead, and he imagined himself flying up into the sky and grabbing a ride in the sky to paradise. And then he realized he was a beach maniac, and he never wanted to come back home.
It's a great story, and you put together a good video. And what I want to do now is I'm going to put you back in the green room, and we're going to play the video that you guys put together with the song that you guys wrote, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about that. How about that?
Great. Thanks.
All right. Bill Hurley, the Beach Maniac, as he calls himself, our newest Tiki Head DJ for an hour. And this one right here is the video of the song that he's talking about. Here we go.
Shoveling snow in the cold northern blow, when it all became so clear to me that my life wasn't right. It was cloudy and tried, and I needed some new scenery. The skies opened up, a jet flying by, on its way to a bright, warmer place. In my head I rose high, grabbed a ride in the sky, and landed in paradise space. Now I'm a beach maniac, insaniac, soaking up the sand in the sun. I'm a beach maniac, no brainiac, worries disappear with the rum. I'm a beach maniac, real zaniac. You can keep my iPad and phone. I'm a beach maniac, burned front to back. Don't care if I ever go home. My whole life is new, the work world is through. Traded suit ties for sandals and caps. Won't ever go back to a world dressed in black. Staying here in a life filled with naps. So don't call me back home to that cold frosty dome. Just send money and throw me a kiss. 'Cause my heart is at ease with this tropical breeze. I'm homeless but living in bliss. 'Cause I'm a beach maniac, insaniac, soaking up the sand in the sun. I'm a beach maniac, no brainiac, worries disappear with the rum. I'm a beach maniac, real zaniac, you can keep my iPad and phone. I'm a beach maniac, burned front to back. Don't care if I ever go home. Don't care if I ever go home. Don't care if I ever go home.
There we go. All right.
Nice.
Theirs is available on iTunes, Amazon.com, CD Baby. There we go. All right, let's go back over here to the, see if we can get him back in here. There you go. Well, good job on that video, man. It turned out really well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
we had fun with it. My son, my wife Diane, and my son Ryan, and my daughter Kristen are all featured in that.
That's very cool.
Video. Those are basically vacation pictures that we strung together.
That's awesome, man.
What I found really interesting is when we, like I say, we're not musicians, so we had kind of hummed the song out and written down the words, and we can't sing worth a darn, so we were like, how could we possibly get this thing recorded? And then I go online, and I didn't realize it until I did a little research that there are places that studios you can send just really raw material to, and they will take it and they will produce it. They'll turn it over to a band and professional singers, and they'll actually put a song together for you. And when I finally heard the final product, I was like, I can't believe this song. So it turned out so well. We were really pleased with it.
Well, you know how it goes. Now you got to write another song, and then you got to go on tour, and then it becomes work, you know.
That'll never happen for me.
Well, how did you come across Tiki Man Radio?
Well, I've always listened to different types of music over the years. Mm-hmm. And I would say in the 80s and 90s, I was really into country music. And then as we got around 2000, I felt like country music just wasn't appealing to me as much. It was changing.
Yeah.
And I started to listen to different types of music. I tried to bring different types of music into my sphere. And I found, I don't think there was a lot of trop rock back then. But I was listening to a lot of oldies basically. And eventually, as much as I love the oldies, I got a little tired of them. So I was looking for new music, and I discovered Tiki Man Radio. I discovered TuneIn Radio, which is where I discovered Tiki Man a while ago, and other trop rock stations.
Sure.
So I've been listening to them pretty regularly, and Tiki Man Radio, of course, has become my favorite.
Well, thank you. Yeah, see, that's what we were waiting on right there. There we go.
Yeah. And you have such an incredible variety of music. It's not just trop rock, but so many different genres. And I think I heard you say recently that you have 10,000 songs at the
Yeah.
station.
Well, it's really
many different genres.
we call it coastal Americana, but it's almost like you could call it genre free. Meaning that we try to focus on happy music. We try to focus on something with we stay away from politics or anything like that. But it's got a sun in it, a moon, a cloud, a beach, or something. But then again, we play a lot of blues, some jazz. We play a little bit of everything. So it's kind of like genre free, really.
Yeah. Multi-genre.
Yeah, multi-genre. Yeah.
There you go.
But it still is Tiki Man Radio.
That's right. Absolutely. That's right. That's it. Yeah, man. Well, man, we can't thank you enough. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the Tiki Head DJ for an hour. We got 2 more replays coming up. I don't know if I got the dates. Do you have the dates by any chance? Let's see here.
I think it was Tuesday and Friday.
Tuesday and Friday. Let's see here. Let me go over here because I've got the. Let me see here. There they are. Let's see here. We've got replay November the 26th at 7 p.m. And then the final replay will be November the 29th at noon. And we've also got you, we're going to put this together on YouTube as well. It's already out there. I just got to make it public. And so the whole thing will be out there as well, and the whole playlist, and then we'll load it up on SoundCloud, and it'll be out there for everybody to share and play and have a good time with.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with it, and I highly recommend it to other people.
Hey, well, there you go. Well, keep listening to Tiki Man Radio, and we appreciate you being a good friend of Tiki Man Radio, and I'm glad that I've got a message here from Callie McCool out in California, who was it's in his contract. I have to say he was the very first Tiki Head DJ. So, yeah. I don't want to get the attorneys involved or anything, but it is in his contract, so I have to mention that. So there we go. But say hi to your family, and I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday season, and we thank you for being part of Tiki Man Radio.
Okay. Thank you again, Danny.
All right. Thank you. We'll talk soon, okay?
Yep. Bye.
All right.
If I had my way, I'd set sail right away. Destination southern shores. Throw my cares upon a shelf. Head on off for somewhere else where the weather's always warm. Almirada, Almirada, purple islands in the sea. Almirada, Almirada, Almirada calls to me. I've spent most my life barely just getting by, anchored to this damn machine. Toss that anchor of mine right on off the starboard side, where I'll fish just like my dreams. Almirada, Almirada, village of islands in the sea. Almirada, Almirada, Almirada calls to me. soaking rays, sun-kissed women on the beach. Got my bags already packed, there's no way I'm coming back from paradise 8 days a week. Almirada, Almirada, purple islands in the sea. Almirada, Almirada, Almirada calls to me. Almirada, Almirada, village of islands in the sea. Almirada, Almirada, Almirada calls to me. Almirada calls to me.
Are you looking for that special gift for somebody this year for a special occasion? Well, let me tell you about one of the coolest things we've got. It's a Tiki Head DJ for an hour where you become the rock star. We've had a lot of Tiki Head DJs and everybody enjoys it. Let me tell you how it works. All you have to do is send your voice with your intros, your outs, tell us a little bit about you, along with a playlist, and we produce it for you. For a small donation to the radio station that covers the production and the airtime, we put it all together for you. We promote it and make it a big deal along with replay. That's a Tiki Head DJ for an hour where you become the rock star on the radio. If you're interested, send me an email at tikimanradio@gmail.com and I'll fill you in on all the details. Become the next Tiki Head DJ for an hour on Tiki Man Radio. Keep listening to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station, and become the next rock star. And now, Tiki Man Radio is proud to present the JBL Legends Travel Moment with Joe Leo. Take it away, Joe.
Morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. And I take a little different twist today because this week I was asked by one of our travel agency associations if I would do a video interview about what I thought were the best ways to build a travel agency and how to become successful in the business and to make money, of course. So as I was thinking about this, it doesn't just apply to travel agents, but it applies to you, whoever owns a business out there or a service. And I know that a lot of the listeners on Tiki Man Radio, own a business or do a service. And I thought this would be something great to share. So that's why I'm taking a little different spin. So I was asked what I thought was, one of the top reasons why we became successful in the travel industry. And, not the number one thing, but one of the things that I did on a regular basis for the past 11 years was I was very consistent in all of my marketing. So what I mean by that was I was on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and Google on a constant basis. Even during the time of the pandemic when nobody was traveling, I constantly put on some type of an ad just to keep travel front of mind. But the number one thing that I thought that people don't do is that everybody you meet, make sure that somehow in that conversation you tell them what you do. I'm a travel agent. I tell everybody, what do you do? I'm a travel agent. We go out to the supermarket or we go out to the apartment store. You always wind up getting in conversations with somebody. At least I do anyway. The cashier or somebody on the line, we wind up getting a conversation. Or when I'm traveling, I can't even tell you how many times I've traveled and been in the pool or been by the bar and started talking to somebody. And, the conversation kind of develops and you say, oh, what do you do? Oh, what do you do? Well, I'm a travel agent. You're a travel agent? I didn't even know those guys existed anymore. I thought everything was online now. And then you get a chance to really give your elevator pitch. So the number one thing that I tell people, new agents coming into this business, and this was part of that video thing that I did, is Tell everybody what you do. You never know where your customer is going to be from. And I don't care if you own a radio station, a wine company, a coffee company, you rent motorcycles, you rent beach bungalows, you have a house that you rent. I don't care. Tell everybody, because that's the only way people are going to know. And you'd be surprised if that person that you're talking to doesn't need your service at this time, it's going to be in their back of their mind. But I'll bet you anything that those people know somebody that could use your service right now. And I've had this just happen recently. I had somebody I was talking to on a cruise, told him I was a travel agent. We got into this long conversation. I gave him my card. 2 weeks after that, one of their friends called me because they wanted to book a Mediterranean cruise. Oh, you met my friend on a ship, and she gave me your number. So that's my spiel for today. And I hope that, it helps somebody out there realize that, you're in business for yourself, or whether it's a service or a product or whatever it is, but you need to let people know. And posting on Facebook is just not enough. Posting on Instagram is just not enough. And let me go back and say, if you are posting on social media and you're only doing it one time a day, you're wasting your time, because it takes at least 5 posts a day to get through all the other noise out there. Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Joe Leo with this week's JBL Travel Minute, and it's called Tell Everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
That's right. We played that last week, and I wanted to replay it because it was such we had a lot of requests for that one to play again, and I thought, well, you know what, we can do that. Now we're going to play this week's JBL Travel Moment. Let me see if I can get it in here. There we go.
Now, Tiki Man Radio is proud to present the JBL Legends Travel Moment with Joe Leo. Take it away, Joe.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. And first of all, I want to wish you all a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving. This week, I want to talk about, I've had a lot of questions about global entry versus TSA pre-check. There seems to be some misunderstanding on some of them and some incidents that have happened recently. So let's start with TSA pre-check. First of all, TSA pre-check is only good for flying domestically. So if you're flying out of the country, it's going to be okay when you leave your airport in Newark or Atlanta or wherever you're flying from, Dallas, to get you, a pre-screened, through the TSA check line. You don't have to take your shoes off. You don't have to take your computer out and all that good stuff. However, when you're leaving the country that you're going to, whether it's Mexico or Jamaica or whatever, coming back into the U.S., TSA pre-check does not mean anything over there. Now, this is where global entry comes in. And there's a lot of pros and cons to global entry. Global entry is supposed to have a TSA pre-check number included with it. Although I've had some clients that leaving here using their global entry and their TSA pre-check never showed up on their boarding passes. So in speaking to some of the people, some of my fellow travel agents, everybody is suggesting that if you already have TSC pre-check and you want to go get global entry because you're doing a lot of international travel, that when you travel domestically, that you use your TSA pre-check number and not your global entry number. Now, I'm not sure that's 100% correct, but that's what I'm hearing from other travel agents around the industry. We just had a Zoom call the other day about this. Personally, I've always done my TSA pre-check when I left, and I use the mobile passport control app when I came back in. Sometimes you get lucky and there is a line for the mobile passport control people. Sometimes there's not. It just depends. And it depends on what time of year you're traveling, if there's going to be a lot of lines and this and that. So if you're doing a lot of domestic travel, get TSA pre-check. If you're doing a lot of international travel, then get yourself global entry. If it's a mixture of both, the consensus is use your TSA pre-check when you're traveling domestically and use your global entry for when you're coming back in. I hope that clears it up a little bit. Like I said, there's no guarantee of, which way it's going to work better, but obviously having both of those if you're doing that kind of travel is, going to be beneficial to you. Then there's also Clear, and there's also there's another one out there. I can't even think of the name of it, but nobody really talks about those too much. Apparently, if you do Clear, you have to do a facial recognition, and then they escort you over to the TSA pre-check line. So that's a little confusing to me. I don't think that that's what you should do. Personally, I use a TSA pre-check, and I use my mobile passport control app. That's what I do whenever I travel, and I've never had an issue. I hope that clears it up. If not, we'll dig a little deeper. Just send me your questions, and I'll see what else I can find out. Enjoy the rest of your day. This has been Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute.
Thanks, Joe. Always travel with someone you trust. JBL Legends Travel and Joe Leo. Reach out to him at 732-831-5200. The official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. This hour of the show is brought to you by JBL Travel Group, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio, an organizer for the Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise every year in May, where we go island hopping around the Caribbean. JBL Travel Company specializes in cruises and all-inclusive resorts for family vacations, group travel, destination weddings, and honeymoons for over 10 years. You should always take the Tiki Man's advice and travel with somebody you know. Reach out to Joe at 732-831-5200. Make sure you check out the JBL Travel Minute every Sunday at noon on Tiki Man Radio. During Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man, you'll learn something new every week. That's JBL Travel Group, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. MFG Records Tropical Division is a big supporter of Tiki Man Radio and live cam for Tropical Country on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. They're also sponsor for the Tiki Man Radio Songwriter Showcase Key West Bound. If you want to take your music to the next level, reach out to MFG Records, music for grown-ups, and Dave Sons and Beth Travers will take care of you. MFG Records, the official record label of Tiki Man Radio. Goaltending services, our good friends Gypsy Travels will take you out to the sandbars of the Florida Keys. It's time to get off the bar stools and get on another bar, a sandbar, with Gypsy Travels and GTS Charters. And now with Goaltending Services Outfitters, you can get the equipment you need, you can get the apparel you need, grab you some drinks and some souvenirs. That's Goaltending Services, the elite place to be if you're going to a sandbar or being on the water in the Florida Keys. Reach out to them today. Goaltending Services. Tell them the Tiki Man sent you. Make sure you visit the newly opened Goaltending Outfitters upstairs from the Hurricane Hole Restaurant at the dock. GTS Charters and Goaltending Outfitters. There's no better place to be in the Florida Keys.
going to take it off again? After he steals the tank. Oh? From the Panzer Division.
Oh!
And brings it here into the barracks.
Oh, I see nothing. I was not here. I did not even get up this morning.
Take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings. Every Saturday, starting when you get up, Buttercup. Tiki Man Radio opens up the massive archives of the radio station and takes you back to that old shaggy music. Jukebox Saturdays, only on Tiki Man Radio.
That's right, Jukebox Saturday. One of our most popular shows. We're looking for a sponsor of Jukebox Saturday, which always amazes me because
it's the best show.
It's one of the best shows besides Sunday Mornings with Tiki Man. But no, it's the biggest thing about Jukebox Saturday is it plays for 12 hours every week.
That's right.
And every week
from midnight to noon.
I mean, 12 hours. So if you were a sponsor, right, and it starts at midnight, so it's one of the only shows we have that catches the entire world in the whole play.
Yeah, that's right.
and,
Because it comes on when other people in the world are getting up.
Right. So
and when it goes off, they're winding down their day.
They're barbecuing.
So if you had a business, a nostalgia type business, it'd be a good mix for it or whatever. I mean, we're going to talk to Lake Winnie again in the springtime when the park opens up, but we're looking for something all year long. And like I said, it's the only show that plays for 12 hours.
That's right.
And you get to capture the entire world during that time.
And it's so much fun, too. For our generation, it's so nostalgic,
Yeah.
It's just great. I love it.
So, yes, we did a double shot of JBL Travel Minute there, and I did have a lot of people talking about, they're starting up business, said they really enjoyed that. It's got a lot of play over on YouTube, and I just want to emphasize that, and I want to thank everybody out there. I know Michelle Myers has been doing a lot of posting of stuff here lately, and I appreciate that. Anybody out there, please share any posts that we have, with different groups and stuff that you may belong to. That can become Tiki Man Radio fans. We appreciate that. So you got to tell people who you are. Now, the second one, he's talking about the TSA pre-check. I'll tell you this. We ran into this whenever we went to Key West.
Yeah, we absolutely did because I didn't have my TSA pre-check number. I didn't have it pulled up. It was in my phone. I just did not have it pulled up right then, and I couldn't find where I'd put it in my phone. And anyway, but the Global had said, the Global says on their website.
Yeah.
It says it plain as day on their website. This number replaces your TSA pre-check.
They did say that, and but what we discovered was that the TSA pre-check people, they don't give a damn about the Global. They don't talk to each other.
There's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my line, and this is TSA pre-check. You don't have it, get the hell out.
Right.
That's how
they kicked me out of line. No kidding. They did. They made me go back, and I had to go all the way back and find. Luckily, I did find it. Mm-hmm. And by the way, the Tiki Man just left me. He just kept on going to the gate.
Well, I tried to fix this problem.
Well, bye.
I tried to fix this problem beforehand. We went straight, because I recognized when I saw the tickets on my phone, because it has a little check mark there with your TSA pre-check. So they know that it's going to be. I noticed hers wasn't there. We ran into this before, too.
Well, Mo said add it to your airline profile. Mo, we have.
Mo, we know what we're doing. But
we have added it, and it still does not come up on my ticket.
It didn't update for hers. Now
it does for him, but
once you go to the you have to go to the counter. If it's missing, they'll enter it, and then it will be on the ticket.
Yes, and so I had to go back and have mine redone.
Ironically enough, coming back from Key West, it showed up because they entered it. Now, I had entered it into the website.
That's right.
When I booked the tickets, just like I do all of our flights, right?
Right.
And but we ran into this whenever we were going somewhere else. I want to say when we were going to Dominican Republic.
Yes, it happened to me.
I believe.
It was not, the check wasn't there. It was on Larissa's. We had to go back to the.
Well, there you go.
The person in the ticket person at the counter.
Yeah.
They reissued a whole nother boarding pass with pre-check checked on it.
Yeah, that's what they had to do for me too.
Yeah. And Mo usually travels alone, so she doesn't run into where she's got two different. But if you've got somebody that is on your tickets, it seems like the second person. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. I don't understand
Maurice
that.
Books her and I'm as a guest, and it has something to do with seat priority and upgrades and things like that.
Now, I think what Joe was saying was true. Like, if you're booking a flight for international, then that's where you'd use your global. Yeah, you'd put those numbers in there.
Right.
And if you're just doing domestic, don't even worry about that other number, because those two departments don't talk to each other.
Well, and that just
They were real
stinks
assholes
because
about it, too.
They really were, and on their global website, it specifically says this replaces your TSA pre-check.
Yeah, and if you go to the Webster Dictionary and look up bureaucracy, you get the definition that you just
exactly
explained.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well,
I was like,
here's what really happened. We get up there. I recognize there's a problem. We go to the counter, and I tried to get it fixed, right? And the lady says, "What is your pre-check number?" Now, for the life of her, she could not find it, right?
I really could. I had it, but I could not find where I had stored it in the emails.
And and the whole time in her mind, right, it's the global replaces, I don't need it. I've got this other number.
Yep.
And I had brought my global
I'm like,
card.
I don't think that's going to work. So, being stubborn, right, we went on, and we get up there, and they kick her out. Luckily, the door to kick her out is like right there at the Chattanooga airport.
Yeah, and then the Tiki Man says, bye.
Bye.
You can fly globally, but you cannot fly in the United States with a global check.
Oh, my God.
I mean, he was a real asshole about it, too.
He really was. So I come back and I show him, I really do have a TSA pre-check, and I'm just staring at him.
But
and I wasn't angry. I just stared at him, and he goes, then he started going, I'm sorry, we have rules here. And I'm like, well, I have it.
Yeah, but make that make sense.
Yeah.
You can fly around the world, but you can't fly within the United States.
Well, it's all about the line. It's all, the whole reason that you're getting a pre-check is you don't have to stand in line with everybody else.
Right.
And you don't have to take the things out of your pockets, and you don't have to do all this. You take your laptop and all them cords and all that, so you don't have to do all that. This all came from the Key West airport.
Exactly. You don't have to take your belt off or your shoes off.
He doesn't have to take his tequila out. They usually throw that on the floor before they get on the plane.
Only on the return flight, though. Not going.
Oh, my gosh.
But anyway.
I'll just drive.
Not the Dominican, you won't.
But yeah, so that's a good segment there.
It really
with
was.
Joe Leo.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, thank you so much. And he won an award for doing that travel minute.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
That particular one?
Yeah.
About the TSA stuff?
No, about doing the travel minute.
His travel minute.
All his travel minute.
Yeah, I understand that now.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
They are.
He's the one around here who can win awards.
Yes, he can win awards.
By the way, Joe, I see you all over TikTok.
Yeah.
I hope you get my hearts. I'm hearting you. I'm hearting you every day. You do a good job with your advertisement on TikTok.
Yes, he does. Tell everybody about what you do.
Mo says traveling solo has its perks.
It really does. I understand.
Totally.
Yeah, it really does. But you start traveling with other people, you run into all these other problems because they have opinions.
Oh my goodness.
You keep running and you'll get an award.
Nah.
Yeah, you will.
Hey, I got medals.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. Well, we don't have any medals. We do have our sack of nuts here that we're
I
pretty
got
proud
my
of.
pretty sack of nuts.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of our sack of nuts, and I thank you, Tim Campbell, Patty Campbell, for that.
They do a good job every year on that.
It's pretty cool having Bill Hurley, the Beach Maniac, on, and Chris Bellamy. I mean, just a master guitar player, Chris
my
Bellamy
gosh.
is. And I'm so glad that Bill Hurley reached out to us about the Tiki Head DJ for an hour. It's a real fun experience for me to produce it and put the music together, and I get their sound bites and making it all blend in really good. I mean, I really enjoy doing that. So you want to be a Tiki Head DJ for an hour, or somebody that does, it makes a great gift this time of year. Just reach out to me at tikimanradio@gmail.com. Right on?
Right on.
Now, do we actually have tacos out there?
We actually do. Yes.
Tacos, beans, guacamole.
Guacamole!
And
I think you need to play that song.
And onion, things like that.
Knuckle Alex brought some sliders, I think.
And we have a salsa bar too.
Yep.
So the other day, we didn't have anything to eat in the house. Nothing. Right? And I'm like, listen, we gotta have something to eat, man, like an apple or or something. I mean, I've been going through a little bit of a change. Some of you may or may not know, but I was a big smoker, and I haven't been smoking ever since the summer party. So there we go. I want to thank Dan and Rachel Ware for turning me on to what they're using to get off smoking. So, and in the process, I've really cut back on my drinking and all that stuff as well. So, and I haven't, I don't eat a lot of stuff I used to eat, but I gotta have something, man. I gotta have some fruit. I gotta have a grape, something. If you go up there to our kitchen, you can't fit another damn bag of nuts in the cabinets for all the crap she's got. I mean, we've gone down to just putting stuff on the counter because you can't put it in. There's too much stuff.
At our house, you got to go to the basement to get something out of the refrigerator.
Well, and out of all that, there ain't a damn thing you can eat. Okay, I'm just telling you.
Well, I don't know.
There's plenty to eat. It's just not unhealthy stuff. There's nuts. There's fruit. There's
it's nothing.
Rice,
it's nothing.
potatoes.
Like if you got to have
it's real food.
Something for lunch or something like
there's
that.
There's eggs for lunch, avocados.
Anyway, like I said, there's nothing, and I remember there was an apple down here, right? So I got an apple. I'll be fine. I can live another day. There's an apple in the chocolate bar. Come down here, and of course that damn thing's rotten.
Right.
And because Uncle Alex brings fruit over here from the, the damn near before we throw it out bin. Right? So you've only got that day to eat the damn thing, or it's not, because that's why they're throwing it away. Or giving it away, or anything like that.
99 cents for a bag
you and him both probably shop at the same little thing.
I've never done it.
Banana's good for 2 hours or whatever.
They're good for banana bread.
So I mean, I appreciate him bringing stuff, but we got to cut back on the rotten fruit around here. Okay, it's no good. Just y'all keep it at y'all's house because it's very disappointing when you're starving to death. Come all the way down here and find out
if
a rotten
I can
apple.
say everything in those tacos and all this stuff is all Food City. It didn't come from any TikTok.
Well, that was my first thought last night when she said you were going to bring tacos. I'm like, hell, them damn things are a week old. I ain't eating that.
That's what the first thing you thought, isn't it? I didn't even get a chance to make them, and I got lucky because the refrigerator went down, and I still was right into the middle of getting it all together. So it did finish and finished well.
Well, good.
Well, real quick, congratulations to you, but I also have to give a shout out to Lou, who has not had a cigarette in almost, I think, we may be over 2 months now.
Oh my!
So
that's fantastic. Congratulations.
And she's been in training as well, and she's going to be doing the 10K with the ambassador. So
now listen, don't kill Lou. All right, listen. She's cutting back on stuff. She's doing good. Don't push her too damn hard. Make her run and all that crap. I mean, good God.
That was her own decision. I did not force her into that.
That's right. I believe you.
Well. It's so I don't have to exaggerate. It's been 111 days.
Got an app for that?
Yeah, 6,650 cigarettes. That's $2,327, by the way. I don't have to say.
Nice.
So.
Damn. And so, what was that a day?
About 3 packs.
Listen, don't get into this. No. Don't try to nail it down.
Let's don't get into the math.
Let's just go with the fact that it's a good thing, and there's no sense in overanalyzing it. Okay,
I'll do the math for you
how
later.
How many of those was an hour? And how if you break that down into 10 minutes, who gives a shit?
I had an employee that it succumbed, and so I'm glad you did. And
well, let's go with that. See, that's a positive thing you could say. We don't got to overanalyze it, put it down to how many an hour.
No, I wasn't.
The fact is, you don't do it no more.
That's it.
I was always curious how many packs a day you smoked. Sorry.
About 2.5, something like that. It depends on what I was drinking, or if I was drinking with you or not.
I know.
I had a gunnery sergeant back in the Marine Corps, and he would just sit at his desk. He's a little guy, little slim fella from the Philippines, but he'd just sit there, one after another, one after another. I mean, I know a lot of Asian people just one after another smoke it, but I mean, I swear to you, I think he smoked 5 packs a day.
Yeah, I've literally seen him light a cigarette with the one before.
Oh, he would do that. He would do that. And he was one of my favorite gunnery sergeants, but he got so mad at me one time when I washed his coffee pot. I thought I was doing a good thing, and I washed his coffee pot.
Oh, God.
And
he
he
the coffee
as well enough
but see, he needed that that old crusty film on it. He was a crusty old fart.
I can't believe you had the guts to touch a gunny's coffee pot.
I thought he was going to be so proud of me. Oh, God, no.
All good things come with their own
He
punishment.
said it's going to take me 20 more years to put another film on that.
Well, I'll tell you this, to be honest with you, I don't know if I'd sit and smoke a whole cigarette. You know,
no, because you would smoke half and put it out.
Sometimes I'd just take two and then two puffs off of it and it'd burn up, or or this or whatever, and
it's the money you're saving as well. That's
the main thing to me. I mean, I feel a little better, but I don't really notice that big a change.
You don't?
No, I don't notice that big a change. I really like smoking. I enjoyed it. But drinking and smoking goes hand in hand.
Right.
Yes,
You're the only guy I ever knew that chewed on his cigarette. So.
Well, I appreciate you pointing that out. Is there any other negative thing you want to say about me?
A lot. And
well,
I just noticed that. That's all.
Listen, you wear your hat sideways, but I never brought it up.
It don't fit right.
I
your
like
head's
it.
crooked. Did you know that?
I
do. Here we go. Now he's going to talk about my ears.
Moni says she actually had burned 3 packs a day at one time.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you're real easy to do that because, they're cheaper if you buy them 3 at a time, packs. And, as the years go on, they get more expensive and all this other stuff, But, man, it's been a good experience. I want to thank Dan and Rachel Ware for showing up here at the summer party with an idea. And I waited till after the summer party because
that was a big party.
It was a big party. And,
big party, a lot of drinking going on.
But yeah. So there you go.
That'll be the challenge, the summer party. That'll be the challenge.
No, not really. I mean, Key West. That's went to Key West, and didn't have a bit of problems. I haven't had a bit of problems at all.
Because you were busy.
Well, I'd always go upstairs at the showcase and to the office and all that stuff, and spent more time here in the studio.
Well, I definitely feel different. I don't struggle to breathe. So,
yeah, I think 6 months from now, I might feel a little different.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, as time goes, you're gonna notice the difference.
I feel better whenever I don't have the.
Maybe a year from now, I'll have you out there on the trail running.
I'm just not doing that, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I hate to run. I think it's bad for your knees. But I don't need to. I enjoy walking. I like to go downtown and do that.
Well, I like to walk too.
But I don't like doing it in 100-degree temperature, and I don't like doing it in the rain, or I don't like doing it in 20-degree temperature.
You're a fair weather walker.
He is a
spring in the fall.
So,
spring and the fall.
Mo says, well, cigarettes are off the Christmas gift list, I guess.
Yep, that's right. No cigarettes for me. You ain't got to worry about stains on your fingers and what your clothes smell like and all that stuff.
Right.
So there's a lot of good positive things. But I tell people all the time, you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it, and you really can. So there you go. Let's see here. There was Uncle Alex out there trying to find Tiki Jane on Facebook. She ain't on social media. You won't find her. And I told her not to give her her address to you because you probably show up with a big fork or a big spoon to hang on the wall or something, and she don't need all that, or an octopus to carry with her to the islands or something. And a stuffed octopus from.
I thought that all that is sweet.
All that stuff. So it's killing him. It's driving him crazy. All right, Donnie Brewer's got a new song out, and so does our good friend Marty Nickel.
Yeah.
Who is excited about coming back to the summer party.
I'm excited too.
And we're excited to have him back as well. But Donnie Brewer's got a new song out with Sonny Jim about the Barefoot Man, which I thought was a really good song. So we're going to play that and Marty Nickel's new tune as well, Selling So Low. All right, is the name of his one. All right, so here we go. This one's called The Barefoot Man.
There's a little place in Grand Cayman, tucked away on the east end, where lives a soul of sea and sand. Everybody call him the Barefoot Man. Yeah, everybody call him the Barefoot Man. Got no shoes, he got no plan. He got all the conch that he can stand. Sing his song with an island band. Oh, that's the life of the Barefoot Man. Oh, I wanna be like the Barefoot Man. Oh, I wanna live like the Barefoot Man, yeah. Got the whole world in his hands, and a bottle of rum and a big Cuban. Biggest smile in the Caribbean. Oh, that's the life of the Barefoot Man. It's good to be king of the island. Oh, I wanna be like the Barefoot Man. Oh, I wanna live like the Barefoot Man. I want to live like the Barefoot Man, yeah. Everybody sing. Oh, I wanna be like the Barefoot Man. Oh, I wanna live like the Barefoot Man. I wanna be king of the island. By George, I think I can.
Hey, this is the Barefoot Man. I am sitting out here in the middle of the ocean, and I'm listening to Tiki Man Radio right now.
Last night I went sailing, silver stars in the sky. I remember nights like this, just you and I. Nothing lasts forever, ain't that what they say? They sure made a believer out of me. Now there's a tailwind blowing me out to sea, further and further, like the distance between you and me. Here I am, all alone, telling myself I'll be alright on my own, but I'm a mess, truth be told. The sails are tattered and my compass is broke without you. I'm sailing so low. I thought I'd be fine, wouldn't need you at all. Guess I don't know a good thing until it's gone. Yeah, I'm some kind of sailor out here on this boat. Might as well be driftwood, trying to stay afloat. Now I'm sending out a mayday, a desperate plea. My heart's calling, come back to me. 'Cause here I am, all alone, telling myself I'll be alright on my own, but I'm a mess if the truth be told. My sails are tattered and my compass is broke without you. I'm sailing so low. So low. Sailing so low. So low. So
Are you looking to grow your business and get your brand out there? Well, come be part of the Tiki Man Radio family. With over 10 years of branding experience, over 12,000 subscribers on YouTube, and a worldwide audience, Tiki Man Radio can take your business to the next level. Have you checked into local advertising? 15-second slots for thousands of dollars, sandwiched in between the news and 25 other businesses? Internet radio takes your business around the world. Let me tell you what Tiki Man Radio is all about. We're all about branding. We are all about getting your name to the listener base that you're looking for. We have sponsorship packages for large and small businesses with several live shows every week, music festivals in Key West and on the road, and the capability to come to your business. Tiki Man Radio becomes your part. Reach out to us at tikimanradio@gmail.com for the sponsorship package that fits your need. Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio. Come over and be part of the family. Here's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Sundays, it's The Big Show. Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time. Streaming live on the Camys Grammy Live Cam from the Chocolate Bar Studios in Harrison Bay. Come over and be part of the show. After The Big Show, it's Tuesday on the Island Replay with B-Man and Michelle. Recorded live from Key West. Later that afternoon, it's 5 o'clock somewhere with Rick the Stick. You never know where he's going to pop up. On the road with Rick the Stick, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Island Time every Sunday. Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m. Get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man, live from Crown Point, Indiana. Tuesday at noon, it's Surfs Up with Callie McCool and the student crew. Tiki Man Radio's internship from Antioch High School in California. The kids are learning how to produce and do their own show. Compliments of Tiki Man Radio. It's the Lunchbox Special with Surfs Up every Tuesday at noon Eastern Island Time. Wednesdays, it's Where the Boots Meet the Beach with Tropical Country with B-Dog and Lou, streaming live on the MFG Tropical Live Cam from the Legends Studio in Chippewa, Tennessee from 7 to 9 p.m. Friday starting at 8 p.m. It's Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West, live every Friday, having some fun with their friends and sharing great music. Saturdays, take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings starting at midnight and going to noon. This is where we open up the massive archives of the radio station and take you back to that old shaggin' music. That's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Make sure you tune into all these great shows and keep listening to Tiki Man Radio and have some fun.
Yeah, have some fun, you know, like these are here in the studio. They're just in a world of themselves, you know. I mean,
Well, you know, we were discussing things.
Houma, Louisiana is listening in this morning.
Hey, you know, I used to live in
know you
Houma,
did.
Louisiana.
Yeah, so good morning to
And
Houma, Louisiana, which is down below Baton Rouge.
Oh, very nice.
no, it's down below New Orleans.
Well, I'm just looking at the pin on the map. It's
Yeah.
the pin's below Baton Rouge.
It's way down there. It's at the bottom of the map.
Garden Plain, Kansas is out there this morning. Good morning to you guys.
Wow.
Let's see here. Let's go up to British Columbia, Canada.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah. Good morning to British Columbia, Canada, and happy
Hello.
Sunday to you guys.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning to you guys.
Well,
happy
Good
Sunday
morning,
to you.
Atlanta, Georgia.
And let's see here. McCongle, Pennsylvania.
Alrighty.
McCongle, Pennsylvania is out
Okay.
there. Good morning. Happy
We-
Sunday to you.
We probably didn't say that right, but that's okay.
Yeah, probably not. Alexandria, Virginia. That may be Tim and Patty Campbell, but good morning to you guys. Hope you're doing fabulous. We don't
Yes.
have a
Good morning, you guys.
Tuesday on the Island replay this week. I didn't get one from B-Man, so if he's out there, you probably could go ahead and send it. But got about 10 minutes or so. And you guys got anything special coming up on the show this week?
No.
Okay. All right.
Hey, we're going to entertain
Moving right
people.
along.
We figure Wednesday night everybody is going to be home and they're going to be cooking and trying to get everything done for Thursday. So we're just going to try to be as entertaining as possible, play some great music, and hopefully, since they're home, they'll chime in on the chat and see where it goes.
Well, I said I wasn't going to cook anything.
Oh.
But then that means I got to go somewhere, like the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, we are gonna cook something just for me.
For everything you win, you lose something, right?
Arby's has this great big sandwich.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
I did
It's
see that.
fried turkey, deep fried turkey, and the sandwich looks like it's about 4 inches, 6 inches high.
You can actually order a whole Thanksgiving dinner from Cracker Barrel.
I know, yeah.
Oh,
well, but then I complain about the dressing, right? Because it's not my dressing, even though they have great dressing at Cracker Barrel. But so I'm just going to make I have the inside deep fryer, and so I got a small one. I think it's like 14 pounds, and so I'm going to cook it. I'm going to make some dressing, potato salad, and we're just going to watch movies for like 4 days.
Yeah,
For 4 days, yeah.
we're going to go visit family
Well,
and
we're
be out
gonna
of town,
do that
but I'm doing a whole leg of lamb.
Oh my gosh, you know I love your lamb. I love lamb.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna go visit Mama.
No turkey, huh?
No, a whole leg of lamb.
I love lamb.
What's up with that? Is that a California thing? We don't eat turkeys out here in California.
No,
Lamb is good.
I tell you what, I just wanted something different.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was just kind of and I was at Food City, and I looked down, and I'm looking for some ground lamb because I like it, and there was a whole leg sitting there, and I'm looking at $5 a pound or $5.25 a pound.
Yeah, must buy today. It says that's the same.
It's
right next to
got
the
an expiration date of the 5th of December. So I thought it's going to work just fine. So
Yeah, that's right next to those rotten apples y'all buy.
This is in a vacuum sealed thing, and so I'm going to bone it out and tie it like you would a regular lamb roast, and take it to about 125 degrees internal. Oh,
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not
and
doing that.
Moni just chimed in and she said
you're
she's
not
not a fan of turkey. Moni, my grandmother, was never a fan of turkey either, and so when she was alive, we made a whole chicken for her because she did not like turkey.
Lou makes turkey and ham. So.
okay.
And Edward said to feed all those grandchildren, let me go back to his, he said they buy a big turkey and a big ham, and that's how they do all the grandchildren.
Yeah, it's a pretty traditional thing to do here in
Have
America.
So
Yeah.
has
Unless you're
anybody
from
ever heard of a
California.
capon? Have you ever heard of a capon?
I think that's what you wear in a teepee, right?
A cape on. I thought that's what Superman wore. He had a cape on.
A cape on. He had a cape on.
Yeah, Superman. He put his cape on and flew. Yeah, I got it. Underdog had one too.
It's true. Well, anyway, I haven't found one in Tennessee at any store at this point. But they were available in California, but whatever. But what they are is they're just a male chicken that has been...
It'd be a rooster.
Oh, no,
No, a
they're
cape-
not a rooster.
I-
A capon
a
is a
cape-
castrated rooster at a young age, allowed to get to about around 10 pounds. And boy, are they delicious.
It's like country
Sounds
girls
good.
saying, a male cow. I'm like, first of all, there's no such thing.
Right, exactly.
A male cow would be a bull.
Yeah, don't ever say that in public again, okay?
And you grow up in Nebraska, you know the difference between a cow, a steer, and a bull. You know it.
Well, Verona says capon are a great size alternative. So
And
Verona
they
knows
really
all
are.
about it.
And Verona, you're absolutely right, because it feeds just enough people for a small family, and they are very, very tasty.
Well, I'm not eating a rotten leg of lamb, and I'm not wearing a cape
Rotten
on.
egg.
It ain't no rotten leg of lamb. I love the leg of
Refrigerated
lamb.
all the time in that nice LG refrigerator we have in the basement.
And I get it. You and Alex are so cheap. Y'all just cut around them bad spots on the apples. I get it. I understand. But it's very disappointing after y'all leave it here for 3 or 4 days. And, I do need to apologize to you for last week. We were talking about Scooby-Doo, right?
Yes.
And, you never seen Scooby-Doo. And I was working this week, and I was working on another project, and it dawned on me that, when you were a kid, they didn't even have television, so I apologize for pointing that out.
My first television was black and white.
Yeah, I apologize.
It really was.
Of course he didn't see Scooby-Doo.
He didn't catch the Scooby-Doo radio show.
Yeah,
and on Saturday morning,
they didn't even have TV back then, so I understand. I'm sorry.
On Saturday morning, they had this thing called the Screwball Army. Now, believe it or not, it was a bunch of screws and nuts and so on, and they dressed them up so that they were actually battling on each other on TV. And
I've never heard of that.
I know you wouldn't, because this was back in the black and white days of the 60s, and like about 1965.
Wow.
When did they come out with color clothes?
They colorized a lot of stuff later on.
They did.
And I was one of those people that got emotional as a kid when I watched The Wizard of Oz, and in the end, I cried.
Really?
I did too. I loved The Wizard of Oz. It came out
What the hell
every
y'all
year.
crying about? Everything worked out in the end. What are y'all crying about?
That's
I don't
what's so
understand.
joyful about it.
And it was the end of the story. I wanted it to go on and on and on.
Exactly. Well, I watched it every year at Thanksgiving.
We are the Lollipop Kids.
Oh, God.
The Lollipop Guild. Get it right.
Lollipop Kids.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Not
goodness.
kids, Guild.
The Guild.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Well,
got it.
the all I wanted was the Wicked Witch to die, and when she died, then the house fell on top of her. I thought it was a great show, man.
Show's over.
Show's over. We finally killed that old bat. Yeah, I thought it was great.
little pretty, I got you.
Oh,
I
good
know.
Lord.
And, apparently there was 4 witches,
Yeah, there was east, west, south, and
Yeah,
north, but
yeah.
they only.
but Glinda was the only one with a name.
Right, the good one and the bad one. The other one, they took the shoes off of it, and it peeled back underneath the house.
Yeah. So, a little trivia there for you. All right, so
What color? Oh, here's a great trivia question. Okay, for you Wizard of Oz fans out there, and if you just read watched the movie, then you won't know the answer. But if you read the book, what are the actual color of the shoes, of Dorothy's shoes?
they're ruby red, right? The ruby shoes.
I'm not saying a word until somebody. I'm gonna see if somebody
I
gets
thought
it.
they were ruby shoes, and rubies
No.
are red.
Not in the book. Not in the book.
Oh, we don't care about the book. We were too young to read back then.
Did you know? Here's a little trivia for you.
I like books. Thank you.
There was actually 4 pairs of the slippers, and one pair that was in the movie itself just a week ago was on auction, and it started, I think, at like $1.8 million for the pair.
Wow. Well, so they're just remaking all the old movies now, right? They don't come out with anything new.
Apparently.
Not in my world.
So yeah, not in your world. No, he's tuning in to Perry Mason. But anyway, the Landman. We watched that last week. I like it. I mean, I saw the reviews. A lot of people were
really good.
complaining about his 17-year-old daughter.
Silver.
Why didn't they make it
Exactly.
18? But
They were
I like
silver, everybody. Thank you. They were not red. Yes, they were.
Well, I'll be doggone.
I'm just going to pull over here on the side of the road and wait till y'all get through talking.
Well, I gave a trivia question, and B-Dog came up with it.
Well, why are they red in the movie?
Well, it makes it prettier for the big screen.
Yeah, because it was colorized, I think.
Yeah, that was the first color movie,
The
right?
thing is, when she was in Kansas, it was black and white. But when she landed in the Land of Oz, everything was color.
Supposedly, that's when they come out with color vision.
Well, maybe, but I'm going to tell you the change, you know, and I didn't get to see it as a kid because I only had an 11-inch black and white TV.
Do you remember Technicolor? This is programs brought to you with Technicolor
I
Vision.
remember that, yeah, of course. And they had to make sure that the peacock, you know, and NBC spread its
wings out, or its
All right,
feathers.
well, we've bored everybody to death. If you want a rotten leg of lamb, go over to the Flies' and check that out. And we hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and we appreciate you being a part of the Tiki Man Radio family. Thank you, Bill Hurley, for being here as the Beach Maniac and the Tiki Head DJ for an hour. Chris Bellamy, thank you for being here. And thank you, Tiki Jane, for coming on board and making the Almanac come to life. That's really appreciated. Don't worry,
Thank you, Jane.
I'll never give your address out to Uncle Alex. All right, we'll be back next Sunday with another edition of Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man. Have a great day, everybody.
See ya.
So long, my friends, farewell, goodbye. I'd love to stay and play and sing for a while, but it's time to hit the road. Say goodbye, so long, farewell, bye-bye. Andy!
Goodbye to my friends, I'm glad you were here. It's time for us to go and get another beer. I'd like to see your smiling faces again, so goodbye, my friends, bye-bye. Thank you for the open invitation, your kind applause and adulation. But look at the time, oh Lord, we gotta fly. So long, farewell, baby, bye-bye.
All right, kid.
Hey there now, friends, it's time to go. But we'll return and do another
So long, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Have a great Thanksgiving, and thank you so much for being a part of Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man. No Tuesday on the Island replay this week, so we're going to roll you back to the base. Have a great day, everybody.